Well, a very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Flight Data Sim live stream. Today, it is the 1st of July 2024, 34 minutes past 3 in the afternoon. Back at Microsoft Flight Simulator for another PMDG 737 stream. My friends at MK Studios just recently updated their Keflavik scenery for Iceland. They said, "Oh, would you like a copy?" I said, "Oh, yes, please." And I thought, you know what, that would be a great destination for the 777. And I looked at what other sceneries I had access to from MK Studios, and I thought, "Oh, Dublin I have," and that's a nice sector length for the 777. It's about 2 hours. Will be live time, live weather. PMDG have updated their 777 as well, and when we get into Keflavik, I might give away an Alpaca Airways mug, so may you stick around for that once we land. Remind me if I do forget as well. Lots of 777s still on the network here. I could just see a 777 British Airways pushing back from Dublin as well, and an Aer Lingus Airbus, and when I spawned on the stand there were like loads of other 777s. They've all departed now. Anyway, you're probably all sick of 777s. We'll have to try something else soon. I hope you're all doing well anyway. Who have we got here in chat? We've got Wake Vortex, hope you're doing well. Did the Alpaca directors approve the purchase of this outrageously expensive aircraft? Yes, this is the main reason as well while we're streaming. We have an Alpaca Airways liveried aircraft now for the PMDG 737, courtesy of one of my members, Bounce, who's made loads of these retro liveries for our fleet. It looks really, really nice and clean lines on this there. It does look like an older style livery, but no doubt we'll have a dated Alpaca Airways livery in time as well. But the aircraft is completely cold and dark. I've got GSX loaded. I've got New Sky loaded in as well for our first ever PMDG 777-300ER flight as well. Will Henwood, hope you're doing well. Afternoon, long haul alpacas, could be doing well. I think you're here, aren't you, in Dublin? I don't know if I saw you there on Microsoft Flight Simulator. Cargo Guy, slick livery indeed. Rory Heap, hope you're doing well. Good afternoon from Whitstable in Kent. Nice to see you here, buddy. Flying Walnuts here. Edo, one of the mods. Daffy's here. Rosie M as well. Cyclones Aviation, I hope you're doing well. Nice to see you here in chat too. Monolith, finally I can catch another stream. Welcome aboard, buddy. Yes, my first day off. Yes, I've had a nice short week actually, because I had some annual leave last week as well, but I'm out of base on my next block unfortunately, so I will hopefully get a couple of streams done in the next few days and then nothing for another week or so. Iron Keen, I hope you're doing well. Good morning from your sponsor in Hong Kong. I really enjoy to watch your videos, and please do more tutorial videos on flying the PMDG 777. Now I have gotten up to speed a bit more with the 777. I try to follow real world SOPs as much as possible, but do bear with me if I sometimes revert to flying it as an NG. Rosie M, almost looked like the aircraft was missing its rudder. Yes, I think whilst the hydraulics are off, it sort of blows in the wind a little bit as well. One thing I noticed, which is really cool with Microsoft Flight Simulator, there was a BA 777 next to me on stand. They pushed back, and I heard on VATSIM, I didn't know this was a thing, the engine start sounds, and it was the same engine start sounds as the 777. Is that a thing on VATSIM in Microsoft Flight Simulator? I had no idea, but it was 100% the sounds from a 777 engine starting from the aircraft pushing back, which is really, really neat to hear. Aviation Pro, hope you're doing well, flying the big birds now. Now, Aviation Pro, ladies and gentlemen, is a cruise relief pilot, I believe, on the 777. I hope you're doing well. Nice to see you here, buddy. Free Scratch, hey Skipper, been a while since you've been able to catch our streams. Hope you're well, very well indeed. Thank you very much. As I said, yes, we'll have some fun today, and we'll have plenty of time to talk about aviation, 777s, whatever you so wish. Looking forward to it indeed. Anyway, let's jump on into the cockpits. There we are. Oh, smooth transition as ever, and we'll just put some light music on in the background, and then we'll get the aircraft set up. So, as I said at the start, I've got New Sky up and running. Now, I've not opened up the app for a while, but you guys should be able to see here I've started the flight, Alpaca 7 Delta kilo. Thanks to all the Alpaca Airways virtual pilots we have, over 400 now as well. So it's great to see that number increasing. Next landmark will be 500 of you flying for Alpaca Airways on New Sky, which is, remember, completely free to join if you so wish. Let's get some electrical power connected to the aircraft now as well. Then we'll fire up GSX. We've got a full load of passengers, 370 people. So battery on, external power's connected, and we'll get GSX up and running. There we are, so sim brief is synced. We'll request boarding.
Boarding requested. Let's
go with Aer Lingus. Perfect, they can push us. We'll imagine we've chartered them for our inaugural 777 sector. Thank you very much, Aer Lingus, for your assistance. There we are, we've got the jetway attaching, you can hear the bell. And now let's do our panel scan on the overhead panel. So we'll get the ADIRU on, in-flight entertainment, passenger seats on, cabin utility is on, all the electrical panel is configured, emergency exit lights we can arm in preparation for boarding, window heat is on, hydraulics, the sequence here is RELEC on auto, wait for that light to extinguish. It's extinguished, then we can turn on all the hydraulic pumps in any order. Seatbelt signs off for now because we do need to refuel, lighting is all fine for now, pumps on in the tanks containing fuel. Air conditioning is all configured, all in auto APU bleeds, and that is all set. Now, I think we need to go down here to open the doors to commence boarding. We need to open the aft cargo hold. So let's go down here. Ground operations, door management. We'll make sure we just disarm all the doors. We'll open both the cargo holds. There we are.
Boarding starting.
And we'll open the L2 door. Perfect. So I think hopefully we'll see the passengers board, but it did say the pilots are now boarding. There we are. Look, that's myself and Jim. And oh, there's a lot of us flying on this 2-hour sector. It would seem four flight deck crew, and here come the cabin crew as well. It's weird when you're in the cockpit and looking at yourself. So 4 pilots on this 2-hour sector. It's a bit overkill, and we'll have a number of cabin crew. Oh, they're sporting the new Alpaca Airways uniform, navy blue, it would seem. So cool, I love all this stuff. Right, we've got some electrical power connected to the aircraft. Let's well, the screen's taking a long time to power up. Let's just get the flight directors on. The SID we're going to be flying today is a Surox 3 Juliet. Here come the screens, and we'll be departing off 28 right. The stop level on this SID is flight level 90, which I'll set here, and we'll be why is that going over in 500 foot increments? That's weird. Flight level 90 is set, and the runway QDM for 28 right is 277, so we can set that here now. Is that the crew still boarding, or are those the passengers getting ready to get on board? I can see in the window ahead. Something's going on weird with the bugs here, so I can't bug. I was doing 5-degree increments. Why is it doing 5-degree increments? That's weird. I want to set 277. What? Is it because I've done something here? Oh, there we go. There, 277. I won't touch that again. Oh no, you can see all the passengers are being boarded as well. Oh, is it still crew? No, I think it's still boarding crew, isn't it? Well, I suppose the 777's a big boy aircraft with lots of crew here. I don't know, is that MK Studios just having like random passengers in the terminal maybe? Oh yes, look. That's really cool. We've done a scenery tour of this, but look, I forgot MK Studios actually has lots of passengers just milling around in the terminal, which is pretty cool. I thought they were our crew and passengers, but what on earth is that walk, madam? just I have no words. Let's go back into the cockpits. Carry on from there. Let's sync up SimBrief with this, which I think I've already done. Yes, there we are. SimBrief's all good. She's vibing, I know, Rosie. Cyclones Aviation, hello, hope you're doing well. Are we on VATSIM? Yes, we are, Fran. There's no events. It's part of our routing today. There were events, the usual ones in Copenhagen and Budapest, but I fancy something a little bit different today. Lee Russell, nice to see you here as well. Zippy Zapple, so Jimmy's a pilot for Flight Deck Sim, but a ground handler that V1 almost ran over with an out-of-control Learjet. I heard about that stream, wonderful. Right, let's load up for the flight. Now, it's a bit of a dreary day here in Dublin, but the weather's absolutely fine. It's sort of VMC-ish, and actually the weather in Iceland is very nice as well, so we'll take standard flight plan fuel. So if we go here...
Your crew has boarded.
Oh, correct. It's not got a long time.
Passengers boarding starting.
So we'll take standard fuel, which is 25.6 tons. So we'll go here to FMC. Oh, I updated this. I updated this before the stream. Literally on the nav database with FMC with Navigraph, I updated the 777, so I don't know why that's still out of date. Has anyone else had that issue? Not seen that before. Echo India Delta Whiskey. Then we'll put in our GPS position, and let's now request our route. So from SimBrief, we'll take all of the load, payload set, and the fuel 25.5. Now I don't think it rounds up, it should really round up to the nearest. I think it puts exactly 25.522, which is absolute minimum block fuel, but we'll go with that. So the fuel is loaded, 25.5, and we've got the zero fuel weight in, which is 233.9 tons. Let's select the route. Route's being requested. Bug, you have to delete the files in the nav data folder and reinstall the nav data. Roger, no Enki. I'll look into doing that for our next flight in this aircraft. So Route 1 uplink is ready. We'll load it. Alpaca 7 Delta Kilo today. That's in. And there's our company route uploaded as well. Hello. I think it's still loading. There it is. Activates, executes. Thanks. Departure will be off 28 right, the new runway in Dublin. It will be the Surox 3 Juliet. And we'll execute that. And the arrival will be ILS 19er. We'll go with Zulu. It's going to be an Baslu arrival. We'll go with the Baslu 2 Kilo. And the transitions via Elvam. There we go. Executes. So that's all done. Zero fuel weight then for the performance we'll get in, which is 233.9. Gross weight for takeoff is 259.4 tons, way below the maximum because obviously we haven't got a huge amount of fuel on board. So if I press accept here, oh yeah, that just accepts the data. 360 is our cruise level and cost index of 50 today. Let's have a look at the takeoff performance then. So Dublin, import the weight from the sim and the CG. Import from aircraft, there we go. So the data's in, we've got the weather as well. Let's press calculate. So off 28 right, full length, we can take as TO2 45. I swear it's that every single time, but we'll go with it. TO2 45 degrees, and that's given us sufficient runway length as well, and that's from full length. Now usually in Dublin, don't ask me how I know, a little bird told me, but for 28 right, we usually take the, or I heard we take the November intersection. That's where we plan for performance-wise, but I think we've only got full length available here for the PMDG, so we'll go full length via November 1 for 28 right, and we'll get the performance figures in. So, TO2, 45 degrees, 88.7, 88.4 in the OPT, slight discrepancy, I'm not sure why. Takeoff though will be flat 5, just double check that's the case, that is it. The CG is 30.61. Just line select key that. 30.6, trimmed 4.5 units. 4.5 units is set. And the speeds, very high aren't they? 62, 64, 67. 62, 64, 67. And we'll set V2 on the MTP. Yeah, I don't know why. It's doing 5 knot increments when I bug the speed. Is that a thing PMDG have done with... Right, if I move the mouse wheel, it seems to be... Oh, now it is doing... No, it is doing 1 knot increments. Right, what was it again? 164, I think. Don't know what's going on there. 167. Perfect. You can see all the passengers loading as well. I think it's having a slight impact on my FPS, actually. But once that's done, it should drop off. Gary, what's the difference between the different ILS approaches, Zulu v Yankee? There'll be subtle differences, such as the way you get onto the ILS, or maybe the missed approach is different. For example, places like in Spain, different missed approaches are based off different beacons, like Alicante. They'll have the Zulu approach based off one of the Alicante VORs, then the Yankees based off a different VOR for the missed approach. So that's usually it. It'll be a subtle difference, but the ILS is exactly the same. Right, I'll press the magic B button to set the QNH, which is 1019er, and we've done the panel scan up here. We've got the flight directors on. That's all set. The performance is done. The FMC's loaded. We'll get legs page here on the FMC, and this is all set here. Radio tuning panel. There's no ATC here, so we'll just tune up Unicom 122.8, which is now active, and the radio tuning panel doesn't make any difference for the PMDG, but we'll set that to mic volume on, and we'll set the squawk to 2000. Standby. Perfect. We're pretty much all ready to go. We'll just wait for the boarding to complete. Lucas, I think when you position the mouse directly over the knob, it tries to mimic the real behaviour of the knob. Yeah, I've noticed that in the 777. It could be, but it does do 5 knot increments in the 777. But I didn't have that on the first couple of sectors I flew. Martin, what does your operator's SOP say about coffee in the cockpit? Yes, we can have hot drinks in the cockpit. It's not really SOP, but we have to have a lid on it. We can't have like a mug with no lid, because obviously if you spill that on there, that's a very expensive repair bill. So yes, screw top lids required for hot drinks in the flight deck at my operator. Miko, ILS Zulu usually are based on GPS and Yankee conventional radios. Really? That could be something I'm unaware of, but certainly a lot of airports I've flown into before RNAV became sort of prevalent. It was sort of just slightly differences on the way you get onto the ILS. Martin, is there a QH checklist for that? There isn't. There isn't one for spilled coffee. Just if you open it, it'll probably just say condition is you spilled coffee. Objective: confirm you're an idiot. Yeah, it has happened at my operator before, because they've sent memos out saying please put a screw top lid on. Perfect. What's your favourite airport coffee shop chain? Ooh, Starbucks. There are others available. I don't drink coffee. As a treat, I'll sort of have a hot chocolate occasionally. Right, I don't know what's going on here, PMDG. What's happened with the departure? We're departing off 28 right, but it's balked. That is a bug and a half, isn't it? We are departing in this direction, but how on earth has it managed to do that? So this is the SID, look, 28 right, right turn 308 to Delta Whiskey 128, which is here, but for some reason it seems to be going in the opposite direction, and then, right, interesting. I think what we might have to do is, let's just get rid of the 650 feet conditional waypoint to clear the bug. Oh, that didn't do it either. Now, I can do that. I can just route direct to Delta Whiskey 128. That will work. Okay, alright, I've done that to fix the bug. There should be this point here, the 650 feet point. But what we'll do... Oh, that's definitely improved my FPS now. That's boarding's complete. What we'll do is just use heading select for departure. Oh, did I... Ah, maybe I could have had the... No, I had 28 right selected. Look, 28 right... I'll reselect it just in case. I did put the wrong one in. No, it's definitely bugged, look. 28 right. And now I've just deleted my takeoff speeds. Right, just to stop any problems, we'll just do that. Engage heading select. Oh! It's put the routing in twice. There we are. We'll use that and go from there. Bit of a bug. I've seen that in the PMDG and in other aircraft as well. Anyway, that's cleared that. Our departure then is going to be heading select now. Right turn Delta Whiskey 128, max 210 knots. So I'll just put 210 knots at Delta Whiskey 128. Won't let me do that either. Okay, and then a right turn Delta Whiskey 129, max 210. There we go. Oh, I put that at 120. That's fine. I just do it for that turn, and then once we're hold on, let's actually put it at 129. Why is it not letting me put it in Delta Whiskey 129, but it is letting me put it at 120? Oh, I don't know. Right, 210 knots, we'll put it at the next waypoint there, and we'll go from there. Oh, Echo India Sierra Echo's online. Is that the area controller for this? Is that Shannon Centre? Should we try and grab our clearance via CPDLC? Oh, it is. Right, that's a first. We've got to do that. So, let me get rid of Navigraph. We'll get the clearance. We'll try to. Just select airport here. VR on. So, let me try to remember how to do this. Excuse me. It's under COM on the EFIS panel, isn't it? So, COM. ATC. Log on. Echo India Sierra November. Network ready. Send. Sent. Hello Mavericks, hope you're doing well. Marvellous, is there a way to scroll the barrow faster where the altimeter is, like say 600? I don't think there is. Right, we've got a message. How do I find it? New messages. 80com established with Shannon. Perfect. So let's now... This is very similar to CPDLC. We use it obviously through the FMC because we don't have this fancy ICAS. So let's try and get our clearance. So route request, clearance request. So request clearance, send. This is with a VATSIM controller, by the way, where we're sending clearance to. I'll tune up the centre as well. So I have that. Here he is on voice.
H3 X-ray descent altitude 3000 feet, QNH 1019 hectopascals.
Oh, hold on. It's Echo India Sierra Echo, but it did log on, didn't it? Oh, no, hold on. Why did it say it logged on? Yeah, sorry. Let me try that again then. Reset. Yes, I've logged on to the wrong centre. But it's logged in, isn't it? So who's this that logged in with?
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you.
I'll try log in with the actual controller. Echo India Sierra Echo.
Bravo, 17 miles from Lemgo, descending to flight level
So was that just random then?
Speedbird 42 Delta Bravo identified, cleared factory for Lima arrival, landing runway 28 left, descend to flight level 150.
Okay, we can clear that one.
Will you repeat flight level?
150.
So how should I try and get clearance again? Matthew, for your information, seems to be an issue with either the sim brief or PMDG burn figures. So burns are 108%. Yeah, I think they've adjusted now, Matthew. The profile's got an extra 2% fuel burn for that. So let's just try one more time to get the clearance now. I've actually logged onto the correct CPDLC centre. So
Running 33 Alpha X-ray wind.
ATC.
2 corrections. Variable 8 knots. Runway 26 cliff takeoff.
Let's try it. Sending.
Shamrock 9216 descend to 3000 feet.
Sent. Okay, let's see.
Correction 10.
Get any response from that. Whilst we're waiting,
Descent 3000 feet 1022.
we'll brief our taxi.
Speedbird 83 X-ray.
So we're on 404 centre. It's going to be pushback facing south west. We'll go Zulu, Foxtrot, Foxtrot Outer, all the way to November, and then we'll go full length via November 1 for 28 rights. SID, which we've had to modify because it was bugged in the FMC, is the, well, it now says direct because we cleared it, but Delta Whiskey 128, Delta Whiskey 129, Delta Whiskey 120, flight level 90, which is set, and then Sugox 160 below. RNAV SIDs, all looking good.
Ryanair 1965, descent to flight level 70.
Delta 70, runner 1965.
So, I've requested clearance through it. Is there a way of seeing the messages to see if they've gone? I mean, he is busy.
1019 hectopascals, face east.
Pushes for approved conditions.
Clearance required, ATIS request.
Shamrock 9216 from Derag, cleared ILS approach runway 24, report established. From Derag, cleared for the arse runway 24, report established, and 216.
So that's the uplink. ATC.
Delta 45 at Solmax, radar service terminated.
So it does show network ready, connection established.
Speedbird 42 Delta Bravo, descend, flight level 70.
Okay, so there's the login and there's the request clearance, which was 2 minutes ago.
1965.
I'll talk to him on voice and see if he's got it, received anything there as well.
1965.
Click on flight information, then departure clearance request. I think I did that though. Ah, so that's better. That's better. Thank you for that, Lucas. So facility, I don't. What have I put there? Gate I can put in, and the ATIS. We don't have any ATIS, so I'll put Alpha.
No problem at all. Take her. Right now, 33 Golf Zulu confirm.
Gate I can put in, which is 407 Charlie. Oh, where's the sign for it?
33 Golf Zulu.
Can't see it.
Identified. Direct to Sutex client to flight level 210.
Direct Sutex and climb terminal 210 for an entry trunk up there.
Facility. Oh, is that the is that the centre? Echo India, Sierra Echo probably, because it already says Dublin. Well, let's see what happens when we put it in. And it is that. Okay, let's send that. Fingers crossed. These speeds captain. Oh yes, they deleted themselves, didn't they? Thank you for that. Cheers. V2 167. We'll get the APU started. Due out now as well. So that definitely sent. That's, 80com established.
Down 67 Foxtrot, John Control identify client to flight level 160.
Can't find it now. Is that why it didn't work if I put facility? Facility should be Dublin, even though it said departing from Dublin. I'll try it one more time and then I'll just get it by voice.
14 knots, runway 24 clear to land. Runway 24 cleared to land, Shamrock 9216.
What's the stamp again? 407 Charlie. I hope I'm just not spamming him with multiple clearance requests. Right, let's just send it one more time. Send. Nothing on new messages.
Right now, 1965, nope. Descend to 3000.
Sent.
QNH 1019 hectopascals.
3000 KH 1019 around 1965.
So there's the request departure clearance. The two are sent off. Look. Flight info.
X-ray, thank you.
That's the APB coming on.
14 knots, runway 28 left, clear to land.
Mount, yep, we got Echo India Sierra Echo. Where's what we did on the first one? I'll just get the clearance. Shannon Centre, hello, it's Alpaca 7 Delta Kilo in Dublin, stand 407 Charlie. We tried requesting our clearance via CPDLC, but I'm not sure if it's come through, so if not, request clearance to Keflavik, please.
Alpaca 7 Delta Kilo, Shannon Control, good day. Yeah, unfortunately I've been trying to get it to work. It's not happening for me though. But you are cleared to Keflavik, Sorox 3 Juliet, departure, runway 28 right, squawk 6610.
Cleared to Keflavik on the Surox 3 Juliet from way 28 right, squawk 6610, Alpaca 7 Delta Kilo. No problem, thank you.
Alpaca 7 Delta Kilo, that's correct, we're ready for push.
Okay. Well, there. That's our answer.
Going off further ATC about them. Continue Unicom now 122.8. Bye-bye.
Ah, okay. So he's on Unicom now as well. So yeah, that's a shame. That explains why we couldn't get it to work. It's not working his side. So we'll go off to go on Unicom. We'll get the squawk 6610. Thanks for your patience with that one, but maybe in hindsight I should try and ask him first for the clearance. But if it's not working his side, fair enough. Right. Ooh, no electronics. What does that mean on the ICAS? Interesting. Right, so we've got the squawk in, we've got flight level 90, we've briefed the SID, and we're ready for push and start, and I need to get going, otherwise we're going to get penalised with a penalty with New Skies. So, let's get the ground power disconnected now. So, that's coming off. And ground operations
KLM
will
46,
close.
Shannon Control, good day. Confirm your position.
All doors. And we shall release the ground power. Remove the
I
shocks.
see you now. Patch message.
I thought he said he was logging off.
Confirm, I see you now. Patch message.
And on our arm
You'll
doors.
probably be outside my airspace by then.
Perfect.
Continue with Unicom now 122.8.
No electronics is the alternate to no smoking. Interesting. It's the modern version of no smoking. Do we not have? Have they changed the badge? Oh, what? What? What is this? I didn't even know this was a thing. Ow! Crikey, my plane is really old. That's really funny. Right, I'm pretty sure I've got the parking brakes there. With the chocks off, not a good idea.
Clear from Malo to Edex or American
Beth pushback into departure. There's oh, I don't know what we'll call him. With the clean anyway. Air bridge is retracting. I had no idea that was a thing.
7 Kilo 642
KLM 642, Shannon Control, good day. Confirm squawk.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Crikey, it's the Microsoft donation voice guy.
Direct to Bochum.
Direct Boeing for Kilo.
Just turned on GSX there. Did he say he was logging off, or did he then say contact me, ready for push and start as well? Oh, I can't remember.
Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Yeah, probably an option, Gary, isn't it? To configure it back to no smoking. Oh, don't watch the bus! Oh, he just missed it. What do you think of the livery then, guys? It's clean, isn't it? I love that grey on the bottom as well. Yeah, he did say Alex, yeah.
Locking gear.
Perfect. We've got Shamrock pushing us back. We're ready to go. Slight delay on our departure, no problem. Mostly because we were trying to get our clearance via Hoppy, but or CPDLC. Jim, hello, Flight to Sim. What size monitors do you use? And do you use multiple monitors? I do. Stand by. Would you like to see my setup? Hello, here's my knees and shorts. There we go. So I've got two 27-inch 2K monitors, LG gaming monitors. I can't remember the exact figure. So there's all my Streamlabs stuff there, Navigraph, FatSim, and then obviously I just see what you see on the screen here.
SR 419, ready for taxi.
Stand by. Shamrock 9216, vacate Alpha, standard choice.
Oh, we're ready for push
Alpha 3 charge, thanks. Speak to you later, 9116. ISAIR 419, taxi, Kilo, hold short November.
Knee reveal. Oh, Lucas, you haven't seen many of my streams recently. I've been wearing short, all I wear is shorts in the summer.
2, hold short runway 1634.
Booty, loving the delivery. Very cool.
Runway 1965, winds.
It's busy. Oh, this guy's obviously controlling a large area.
Runway 28 left, clear to land.
Clear land, runway 28 left, runway 1965.
I've upset GSX now. Alpaca 7 Delta Kilo, stand for correction 407 Charlie, request push to start.
Alpaca 7 Delta Kilo, push to start approved, QNH 1019, hit the Pascals.
Push to start approved, QNH 1019, hit to Pascals, Alpaca 7 Delta Kilo. Right, so continue pushback. Which one are we going to go for? It's going to be facing, it's got to be facing west, hasn't it? Is there different lines here? Let me just have a look at the charts. Are these different tug release points? Ah, tug release points Sierra Lima or Mike? Let me just have a little look at the chart, guys. Hold on. You can look with me.
November 106 Echo Sierra, continue with Unicom 122.
Parking, it's going to be parking east.
What does the simulate?
So November, Sierra Lima or Mike, where are they?
Dutch Corendon 703 at Salmax.
Oh, it's that's not there. Was it? Show the apron. There's probably a construction one here. Aha, that's what I wanted. Sierra Lima or Mike. I can't even see it there. Let's go down the middle.
Release parking brakes.
That's different to our charts, right? But let's just make sure we do this flow here. So beacon on, parking brake release, transponders out off.
Release parking brakes.
Yes.
Commencing push.
All
engines clear.
The
Started
volume arrival, the way
Okay.
to left, we're ready for descent.
64 Lima arrival.
Oh.
4928.
There we go. I fly Dinosaur story inside the Maxim with the Alpaca call sign. That wasn't airline related, that sim session, I guess. Oh yeah, it was. No, I was at Alpaca Airways HQ, just you know, checking the next generation of Alpaca Airways pilots. We've got 400 now. So I was in Alpaca Airlines HQ, and our call sign was Alpaca. Yeah. Standard. I was just testing everyone. Well done, Francisco. You noticed the one thing I purposely forgot, which was the RTO switch. Starting engine number 2. God, I must remember when I next fly not to move the start lever as soon as I've moved the start switch to continuous.
Taxi stand of your choice.
Ooh, bassy.
Check 419er, do you require a full length departure?
Uh-oh, yeah, thanks, Finding. Don't forget your checklist, like sim else that plane will moan at you. Yes. Oh, now I've set it now though, because I've got all the everything's in the wrong position, haven't I?
Check 419er, roger via November 2, runway 2 out right.
Oxygen tested, flying instruments heading out over to parking brake we've released. Oh, see, look, I've upset it. Can't say I've done those checklists. Or could I override it, can't I? Checklist override, overridden. Before start checklist. Flight deck doors closed, MCP set, speeds are set, pre-flight's done, trim set.
Report ready for descent.
Passenger signs. Ooh. Fueling's done. Checklist complete. Before taxi. I fixed it. Good start on engine number 2.
MSFS Bike 4 Lima arrival, runway 2 out left.
Perfect. Starting engine number 1. My wingtip is interesting. I think we're going to have to terminate it. Stop me, please, soon. Crikey. This is not the tug release point I wanted to go to. It's slowing down, though. I think we'll be okay. Good.
Set parking brakes.
Parking brake set.
Waiting your confirmation for good engine start.
Roger.
Flight taxi Sierra, Whiskey 2, hold short.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Just about okay, guys. Vuti, I thought you were supposed to wait for oil pressure for 30 before opening fuel. I was told, everyone's told me in a 777, as soon as you move the start switch to start, you just move the start lever to idle detent. Or run, as they call it in the 777.
Unlocking gear.
Perfect. Right, we'll do the before taxi flow now, so APU's off. That's all configured.
There is traffic
Set.
20 miles behind, which will be
Claps to
diverging
5.
after Morag. Just take that into account, which is speed. You can continue with Unicom.
Use min power, I will do, Barton. I think I'll just try and release the
Tow
parking
truck
brake.
disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
So I think that's the leading edge device is being driven forward.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
And that's the sound.
Go ahead. Show my cargo
Trailing edge
445.
flaps being extended.
Cargo 445, there is traffic 20 miles ahead of you, diverging at waypoint Morag. Take that into account with your speed. Continue with Unicom 122.
Yes, that's what I thought flying, didn't it?
Thank you for the information. We have human tickets in monitoring income 128 Cargo 445 AB. Thank you for the
Back, left, right. Here comes the rudders. Right and left. Recall.
1965, cross
There's
763,
the chap with the pin. Recall's checked.
634, standard choice, right on.
Anti-ice is on auto. Flight controls checked. Ground command is clear. Checklist complete. Next is before takeoff for flaps. Thanks, O'Donnell, for the pin.
Right entry 3, Alpha Zulu, when ready, descend to flight level 170.
One ready, descend, final 177.
Alpaca 7 Delta Kilo, request taxi.
Alpha 7 Delta Kilo, taxi, Bravo 1, hold short, link 1.
Bravo 1, hold short, link 1. Alpaca 7 Delta Kilo. I nearly said a different airline. Right, parking brake release. Perfect. My GSX. Do a quick config check. There we are, no warning. We're going to taxi. Bravo 1, link 1.
Entry 9, sound control identified, clear direct to Salmax.
That's the first left.
Foxtrot descend to flight level 820.
I don't think Navigraph has link 1. Where's my company iPad? That's better.
Ocean Control, Air France 5190 with you, flight level 380, looking for flight level 290.
Perfect.
Air France 51 Hotel, report your position.
Air France
I love
51
those
Hotel,
sounds.
we're about
It's just
45
taxiing along.
miles from waypoint Limerick.
I said 51 Hotel.
So I think this is closed in real life, link 1, but we're on link 1 now. We're just gonna hold short up here. It's quite. I've never been around this part of Dublin before.
picture, I start 419.
In a stream.
Aircraft unrestricted.
Great scenery. You got to take Bravo 1 in the 777 though, because your wing's going to be too tight there. You're going to be knocking everything down. It's tight enough with the construction fence. Oh, cabin ready. Just take our time. Taxi here.
Super 204, channel control, squawk 63, taxi.
There's link 1.
Super 204, Shannon, squawk 63,
Is that a different controller?
76.
Alpaca 7 Delta Kilo, approaching link 1.
Alpaca 7 Delta Kilo, taxi, Foxtrot, outer, November 1, hold short to runway 28 right.
Taxi Foxtrot outer, November 1, hold short 28 right, Alpaca 7 Delta Kilo. So,
Zebra 204, Shannon, radar contact clear, direct
in Dublin,
to NJ.
you've got, here's we're on link 1 now. Fox outer is basically just take the outer taxiway, and then you have Fox outer, Fox inner, and then we're going to carry on going all the way up here November, and then November 1 full. So we've got taxi clearance all the way to the whole point now. There's Fox 1.
Clear direct to Zara.
Oh, it's just so realistic. The scenery is just absolutely bonkers. So I'm at work. Rosie, when maybe I did in a dream, first flew here, it can be quite, the taxiway is not the best, and especially around here, if you've landed on 28 left and you're sort of taxiing this way, this sort of area here can be quite confusing, sort of where you need to cross through. This area here especially, this hot spot, so it's just trying to work out where they want you to go. even as skipper, I've brought the aircraft stop set Alpaca Airways, just say again, and they speak at you at a trillion miles an hour here as well.
135.530, goodbye.
Over to Spanish Control 135.530, goodbye. Aircraft 1 2, over case.
Air France 5-1 Hotel, Shannon Control, radar contact.
Very nice.
After Limerick, direct Fonzu.
Oh yeah, I've just got the angle attack indicator here on my PFD. At my operator we have the rad out there, so I might change that at some point.
Air France 5-1 Hotel, negative. After Limerick,
I heard that
direct
Microsoft Flight
Fonzu.
Simulator are going to hopefully have a flyby camera view
Oscar November,
at some point.
Or Zulu,
That'd be cool. Just taking quite a casual taxi here.
Roger, after Limbury, direct Zambu, Air France 5-1 Hotel.
Fonzu, Foxtrot, Oscar November.
Here we are.
Air France direct Zambu, after
Of course, random vehicles to collide into. We've got a small petrol tanker, or just it's an Isuzu.
9217 at Shannon, stand 30 with off.
I mean, oh, I've just got away with that.
Edinburgh, Peleg 3 Bravo departure, runway 24.
So this is where it splits between Fox Outer and Fox Inner. We need to go left for Fox Outer, right for Fox Inner.
Edinburgh, Peleg 3 Bravo departure, runway 24, climb 5,000 feet, tap 6375, Shamrock 917.
Shamrock 917, reback correct.
Awesome.
Shannon said over just 52, what you find over 3 negative.
Virgin 5-2, Shannon, hello, walk 5-4.
Dreams do come true, Captain. They do. Brilliant.
Roger, I've got a squawk 5434, Virgin 5.
Gemstone.
Daniel, I believe I may have been on a sim experience today at the same place as you flight sim virtual flight experience. I have been to that place before. Could well have bumped into me. Nathan, hi Flight Sim. I haven't seen you here for a long time. Nice to see you, buddy. Currently in flight training, just about to finish my IR phase. What are some tips and tricks that helps you through your type rating when starting out as a new pilot? Thanks. Well, my type rating was 13 years ago now, and there's a lot of information. It's just trying to learn. There's three sort of ways of learning. It's stuff you must know, stuff you could know, stuff you must know, stuff you should know, stuff you could know, and you've got to sort of prioritise what to do. Now, certainly at my operator, there's a lot of information available.
Ryder 553, Shannon,
condensed into convenient documentation and manuals, and that's where we sort of concentrate our study to. But I haven't, you constantly have to refer yourself and review things. You never stop learning. Devil Riser, I think this is my 6th stream in a row in a 777. 3 flight factors and 3 PMDGs. I will stream something different soon, I promise. This scenery is very detailed. It's all up to date with the current construction going on as well. Is there stuff you shouldn't know? There's plenty. Right, next right's November. We'll do the before takeoff checklist, which in the PMDG, or the 777 is flaps 5. There we are. Before takeoff checklist complete, next is after takeoff.
United 989, channel control, hello, confirm your squawk.
So, take this right here.
United 989.
Flying Dylan, how's the taxiways here in real life? Hopefully better than I've been experienced lately on the other side of the pond. How do you mean, like the design or the way they're built? I don't know what you mean by that question. The scenery? The scenery is really accurate.
KLM 618, Shannon, hello, squawk 7710, standby for radar contact.
7710, KLM 69.
We've been bumbling along at 11 knots here quite happily.
Shamrock 90217, QNH 1022.
Pretty much ready to go. Oh, it's bumpiness. Oh, crikey, this thing is off. Now, 30 knots, well, that's our maximum taxi speed, that will do.
Sufficient to lose the height.
Whee! 28 knots, all good, all good.
I'm not hearing any.
There's a lot of mass to stop though if you have to stop quickly.
Continue the approach with your present height.
Perfect. Well, we're ready for departure.
Okay, James 167 Foxtrot,
And I think this is the massive gotcha in Dublin, okay? That's the whole point here for 28 right. Here. Don't carry on straight. Real nasty.
33 Golf Zulu, speed 220 knots,
Nasty gotcha that.
220 knots and
Perfect.
KLM 618, channel control, identified, cleared, direct, Liffey.
Bit too fast. What's the maximum taxi speed in a triple?
KLM 618, channel cleared, direct, Liffey.
He's got some radio
That's alright,
problems.
we've got an KLM 618.
Yeah, KLM 618, that call was for, just confirm direct to Liffey.
20 knots straight line, roger.
KLM 618.
Okay, 7,000 kilos, circumference 310 degrees, right, clear for takeoff.
Runway 28 right, cleared takeoff, Alpaca 7 Delta Kilo. Right, cleared takeoff, guys. So, LNV now.
Turn left heading 090.
Strobes on. Transponder to TARA. So MCP is set transponder TARA. Strobe lights on, and we've got our takeoff clearance as well. By the radar too.
Your flight level and cleared 9 Mat 4 Lima arrival for runway 28 left.
9 Mat 4 Lima arrival, and we are at flight level 1.
Cool.
Cool.
So flight's around 2 hours, guys. Touching down about 6:30 British summer.
Flight level 100.
We'll do a rolling takeoff. The pen. The pen.
Seabird 9 Echo, nothing further, monitor unit update.
Perfect. Don't need to worry about timing.
Seabird 9er Echo,
Cut the corner, but I've got the speed up. Can you do rolling takeoffs on the 777?
Seabird
Well, you can now.
9er 8, nothing further, monitor unit update.
Someone told me 50, but that'll do. Stabilised. Set takeoff thrust.
6 Fox, turn left heading 340.
Now 982. Takeoff thrust set indications. All 80 knots checked.
Ryanair 553, descent flight level 80, reduce speed 220.
V1.
Hands off. Rotate. Left rudder to maintain centre line. Airborne. Once ready to climb. Gears coming up. There's LNAV. Right turn. Bit non-standard with the SID modification we had to make because of the bug. And it should command 210 knots in a second, which is the speed restriction. Hold it flat 5 initially.
33 Golf Zulu, descend altitude 3000 feet, QNH 1019.
There's 210. Climb thrust. We can go to flat 1. Maintaining flat 1 for the speed restriction. Go flat 1 just about.
Shamrock 90217 taxi, Delta 1 Delta 2, hold short to runway 24.
Push the heading bug. It's really slow. Ooh, crikey! I don't like how close the stick shaker speed is again. I'm only about 20 knots above it. Should have more margin than that. This is so slow to update. Give up.
Ryanair 553, turn left by 10 degrees.
Perfect. Set standards. All in trim now. Oh, excuse the gear going down again. That's the stupid thing. There we go. I thought I'd fixed that. Changed my settings, but oh no. There we are. So again, just maintaining flat 1 for that first speed restriction. Max 210 at Delta Whiskey 129.
Oh, apologies. Direct to red now would be the full on.
Gemstone 67 Foxtrot, turn left heading 240 degrees, descent 2000.
Perfect. So hopefully it'll accelerate there as well. Look, oh, that doesn't seem right. Look at that 200 knots. No, that's not right.
7 Delta Kilo, confirm passing flight level.
Passing flight level 53, flight level 90, Alpaca 7 Delta Kilo.
Alpaca 7 Delta Kilo identified, clear direct to Ernan, climb flight level 280.
Direct to Ernan, climb flight level 280, Alpaca 7 Delta Kilo. That's definitely not right with the G loading. Like,
Ryder 553,
that was so close.
Knots.
Right, hopefully I can delete that speed restriction now actually. Right, first, just go direct to Ernan.
67 Foxtrot on the heading, cleared islet approach, runway 28 knots.
Facts again now. So that's going to accelerate to 250. Straight line to Ernan. Flaps up.
Just confirm 28 right for...
yeah, sounds definitely needing to be updated. Now, flaps up after takeoff checklist. So, all the brakes off, gears off, turn off the taxi turn offs. We'll do the lights at 10,000. That's all eyes all set. Electronics, no electronics off.
Is it 28 right?
There we are, jets complete.
Chevron 6 on Mike negative, expect the islet approach, runway 28 left,
ETA, yeah, it's 20 past 6 UK.
Level 80, expect 28 left.
Just under 2 hours.
Ryder 553, turn left heading 200.
Yeah, Mavericks, yeah, I did have a new profile. I looked it up and
Ryder 33,
it worked initially, but then it just went down again. I put the gear lever, look, gear lever's back down. Choose to leave it up. We'll have to see what happens on approach. Awesome. So routing direct to Ernan, and that's actually off the SID. There we are. It's the FI boundary with Shannon Scottish, and then we have the Oceanic entry point going up. And then 59 north 012 west, 61 degrees north 015 west.
Bravo overhead.
Brekkie, Basel, and that's the beginning of the arrival. Perfect. 105 for 280. Do the checks here. We'll do a fuel check en route as well. That's all set. Just check pressurisation. Temperatures are fine. So this is really cool, this display. You can sort of see engine bleed. Engine anti-ice is straight from the compressor stage. Wing anti-ice upstream of the bleed, just like in the NG, really. Ooh, alternate list uplink. Interesting. Duct pressure.
Ryder 553, turn right.
Outflow valve positions are here. There you go. Cabin altitude is just 1800 feet, steady rate of climb. It's really cool. You have to take off
top of my turn right.
That's done.
Lap mode,
Next is the descent checklist.
Direct lap bar down to 3000 feet, QNH 1019 actually.
Look at that. Awesome.
Ryder 3 go.
Our first 777-300.
Ryder 553, speed 170 knots, descent 2000.
And it comes with Wi-Fi as well.
Bravo,
Thanks for subscribing, Ray. I don't know if anyone can hear me here. Turn the sim down slightly.
Shannon,
Good afternoon. Instructor 12738, currently at 180 for 160 inbound 60 within station door.
And seatbelts can come off as well.
Butter 12, hello,
There we go.
475.
Chest squeaks.
75,
Save the planet, D-rate climb. Funny enough, Footy, higher thrust actually saves more fuel. I know it doesn't sound right, but it gets you to your cruise level quicker where the engine's most efficient. So there you go. Rota, is it common for 777s to request high speed? I recall the recent incident where the pilot left the mic keyed and was like, stall. Whoops. Yeah, now, that's an interesting point. Because all these wide body jets, the jumbo as well, their clean speed, fully loaded, is very, very high. It's like 230 knots is the clean speed. Like a fully loaded engine, max takeoff weight, it's about 220 knots. As the clean speed. But these jets are fully loaded, it's like 250. So yeah, I have heard a lot of wide body jets at the airports where sort of they depart from requesting sort of free speed on departure.
Rider 553, turn left heading 310 degrees, cleared island approach, runway 39.
Does look good, Steve. I'm keen. How does it feel to fly the 777 by comparing to the NG? It's a lot less responsive. The NG's quite sporty. So if you make big inputs on the controls, it feels like you're flying a much larger aircraft. But in many ways, there's a lot of similarities. You know, the attitude thrust settings are sort of similar. The approach speeds are a little slower. That's because of the size of the wing. The V speeds are a lot higher, but it's like any aircraft. Set the pitch, set the thrust, and you get the aircraft does what you want it to do. And that's one thing Nathan's highlighted as well. I'm keen. It's a very slippy airplane. I think descent management's quite tricky on this because of that wing. Wow, that's crazy, Pseudo Andy.
7 Delta Kilo, contact Scottish Control 135.530, wait.
135530. Thank you very much to ATC Alpaca 7 Delta Kilo. Bye. Perfect. So over to Scottish. We'll see if they have CPDLC. Oh gosh, lots of places are online now. They do, so we'll try and log on to CPDLC. Scottish, good afternoon, Alpaca 7 Delta Kilo, climb flight level 280, Ernan CPDLC.
Alpaca 7 Delta Kilo, Scottish, hello.
So we'll log on. Scottish is Echo Golf Papa X-ray, same as real life. Perfect. 80 data link off? No, we'll send. So that's been sent. Let's see if he'll accept the log on. We tried it in Dublin if you missed the departure, guys, but the controller was having issues his side, so we weren't able to connect and use it, unfortunately.
Good sign to Secure Scottish, good after the
Yeah, is there a way in PMDG of altering separate sounds like you can in X-Plane? So like the airflow sound, it's quite realistic, but I'm just trying to obviously control the volume so I can hear ATC clearly as well. So I've tried to log in and see if it's actually gone. So 80 uplinks. Ooh, did it not go? I've got it all set up with CPDLC, my hoppy code's all there.
Scottish radar, good evening, Skyline 10.
Eco 10, Scottish, good evening with direct Elba.
Not sure what's going on. Definitely tried to log in.
Alpaca 7 Delta Kilo, climb flight level 360 with direct Goma.
Climb flight level 360 and route direct to Goma, Alpaca 7 Delta Kilo. So that's our final cruise. And direct gom up. Excuse. Now nav available. Turn down environment sounds and sound settings does the less wind noise. Okay, cool. I'll look at that after the strips. Pauses it, doesn't it? Thanks, late gamer. VT2, so what begs the question, why does Boeing offer climb gear options? Probably for noise primarily. Certainly below low altitude, but higher up. I know some airlines don't use it. Oh, it's a shame we can't get this to work.
PFI 39 taxi, runway 34 via Mike, hold Mike 1.
So that was us trying to request clearance, but the controller confirmed it wasn't working. Their side. That was the initial establishment with Shannon. So Hoppy established. Network ready. And we definitely sent it. I mean, I'll try one more time. Sending, sent. Not sure. Thing is, it's not coming up here as an ATC uplink when we're trying to log on. To be fair, it's not very reliable in real life either. They often get disconnects. Anyway, crossing into Northern Ireland. We're crossing off just east of Donegal. We flew in there not that long ago. In the I can't remember what it was. That overpowered turboprop Duke. Yes, the Beechcraft Duke. That's what it was. Beautiful. Do you have to disconnect from the initial station? Possibly, Matt. But how?
Easy 585 November, turn left 265, wind requires established 27 Alpaca.
Oh, there you go. Well, at least they're there now. Request login.
Control, good afternoon, Poison 0 to flight level 330, inbound chat.
Who's Clifton? I've heard that call sign.
Poison 02, Scottish.
Was it Clifton? Not sure. Yeah, so on the uplink it's showing established with Shannon earlier, but when I press downlink you can see all of these requests that we sent. So requesting clearance earlier, then requesting to log in with Scottish.
Poison 02, direct Grace, when ready, descend flight level 260, level by Grace.
Direct Grace descend when ready, flight level 260, sea level by Grace, Poison 02.
Cool. Well, approaching 360, look at that, only airborne for 15 minutes.
Yeah, 419, climb flight level 380.
Tuck in the host, do you hear engine buzz at cruise or am I losing my mind? I've not flown as a passenger on the 777 for a very, very long time. I don't think so. Steve, wind noise is something PMDG is looking into after many complaints, but also might sure you turn off FS Realistic. I'm not using FS Realistic at the moment, Steve. I did try and I did like it, but the thing is I tried now to minimise anything running in the background when streaming, so obviously I've got a lot going on still already, so I've got Chrome for various tabs open on the internet, Spotify for music, Streamlabs for streaming, Navigraph, vPilot, FlyLive overlay, New Sky, so you know, the PC can handle all of it. I think it's better just to minimise stuff running in a sim. Hey Bish, we'll check that. We've taken standard flight plan fuel today and the taxi was around the same as we planned for, so when we get to top of climb we'll have a look at that. Okay Bish, let's go now, you'll try that. zone, I should say. So
Osprey
ATC.
97 Hotel Scottish.
I'm on
Hello,
status.
standby.
So we're going to
Confirm
press
your
that link
aircraft type for
off. Confirm off. Oh. Okay.
Osprey 97 Hotel Roger. Flight amendment cleared to Stansted, Gotham, 1 Charlie departure, squawk 5257.
And now try and log in again with those options off. Romulus, you lucky that 777 did LA to Miami yesterday, currently doing Miami to Heathrow. Awesome.
Deviate 585 November, wind 22 degrees 11 knots, runway 23.
So, Scottish is Echo Golf Papa X-ray. Network ready. So now send.
Ryanair 50 Kilo Hotel Scottish.
Ryanair 50 Kilo Hotel today, Scottish.
This looks promising.
Right, with you at...
It's done a thing! ATCOM established.
Hotel Scottish, hello. Climb level 350,
Right.
route direct Navan.
Now we're level.
350 direct Navan, Ryanair 50 Kilo Hotel.
Right, okay. So how do I get my new messages? ATCOM established. Cancel. Cool. We've logged in. And there we go. Actually, you know what? We might be able to do a fuel check. Oh no, we've already got our direct GOM up, and there's no waypoint before. So we can sort of do a top of climb fuel check. If we go here to electronic flight bag.
Ryanair 50 Kilo Hotel, clarify you
Climb,
said
so
Niven?
we could have a, should be not far off, so
Ryanair
17 minutes,
50
slightly longer with a
Kilo
slightly delayed climb. We should have about 19.6 tons, 19.7, and
Scottish Control, good afternoon, that's 886 with the flight level
fuel used
380.
5.9 tons.
That's 886, Scottish, hello, squawk 7614.
5.8, it's pretty spot on, the fuel burn at the moment. And
Squawk
I did notice now this
7614,
PMDG profile has had a fuel bias change. So if you look here on the flight plan, you have, and we have this on our real aircraft as well. The older aircraft will have an increased fuel bias because as the aircraft gets old, the engines get older, it burns more fuel. So yeah, that fuel bias is making a realistic fuel burn now on the flight plan. So it's automatic. Just make sure you select the PMDG profile. So I did notice when I started testing it, I was burning more fuel in the aircraft than I was on the flight plan. Thank you for your help there, Mr. CISO. Not that much like I can really request on CPDLC now either. Well, we're logged on, it's a dead straight line
Not
now.
even a warning, bro. That's like a market.
Crikey, what on earth was that, child? So yeah, we'll do a fuel check at Gomup, and I don't think there's any what's the word I'm looking for? Oceanic clearances or sections available today, unfortunately. I didn't even hear a word of what that was said. Cool. Ooh, what's this here? Is that this is our alternate. Now this is a 777 thing. So we have our alternate here, which is Akureyri, I can't pronounce it, and that's the distance. That's really cool how it's put that in the... Yeah, because this has an alternate button. So that is our planned alternate from the flight plan. Really cool. Now look, we're actually slightly above our optimum here, but below the max, which is fine. Does recommend 3.
3585 November, they'll come back the same minute.
Hi, Jim Rivluk, hope you're doing well. Agreed, Lone Gamer. Well, in a way, there's a lot of people under that age who use it and are really quite professional and want to just do everything properly, which is great.
EDP 25, lead Black.
Just crossed or passed Donegal off to the left-hand side.
Lead Blacker, what heading was
that? There we go. Now it's just Atlantic Ocean all the way to Iceland.
Lead Blacker heading 265.
Lead Blacker heading 2.
And we're crossing into Scottish. well, already we're Scottish now, but the actual FIR boundary.
Australia 997 Hotel, push and start to Takeoff.
Awesome.
November 45, November Papa Station.
That is true, Pitch. It would be impossible to police.
November Papa Station, hello, good night.
Yes, smart livery. This is all thanks to Bounce, one of the members. Excuse me, I just took a big dollop. I don't have a cold, but I've got a bit of a sniffle. Smart, isn't it? I love that. I love that grey on the bottom as well.
ED2 Steve Victor Tango, British Hello, the Dublin Costa 1 Charlie departure, Scott PD2.
Sweet.
Steve Victor Tango, okay.
Awesome view. Sandy, what's the most disappointing thing about the PMDG 777? I think the sounds. I think they missed a beat there. I mean, they're not bad, but they're not great. When you compare them to the, I think really like the flight factor sounds. I think they've really hit the nail on the head because it's this magic Boris sky everyone keeps telling me about. But I think hopefully they'll update it in time. But it is extremely solid, this thing. I've got ex-colleagues that have tried it and they say it's really good. So that they'll be sort of playing around with it and for sort of there's a colleague of mine at work. He's a senior tier E, he's been there for a very long time, and he's got his son some flight sim stuff, and he was talking to me about it because he was aware of my videos, and he's been using it more than his kid, and he doesn't fly a huge amount like me now. And when he flies to a new destination for the first time, he said he fired up and it was absolutely brilliant, and I said I actually used this for myself, the Zebo mod about 6 months ago, because I flew into Corfu, and Corfu had a brand new RNAV approach. Previously, on landing on 1.6 was a horrible circle to land, which is really tricky, but they've now got a new RNAV approach, which is also quite tricky because it's significantly offset, captain's only landing. And I found out the sim, it was all programmed, tried it just to see what it looked like, then flew it on the line, and it was great because I reviewed it in the sim, and the picture was identical. So they're so valuable, these sims, so valuable as a sort of unofficial trainer, and the add-ons are incredibly realistic. Now, are they exactly the same as the real world? No, you're never going to get the exact match, but for what you pay and what you get, it's balmy, really. Raises a good point, and you do get some very skilled young pilots. In fact, up in the entry requirements of VATSIM, I feel would be a better move. The current entry test is very easy. I mean, is there even an entry test? I mean, my pilot ranking, I think, is standard bottom. I've never done any exam on VATSIM. It does look like the old BOAC livery. Very cool. Hi, Francois. Hope you're doing well. Bonjour. Ça va? I should say.
Osprey 97 Hotel, taxi Golf, Mike Alpha, hold Delta 1, just caution the...
Right, just want to hear your opinion and thoughts on both PMDG and Flight Factor 777s. There's many differences between the two. Is one better than the other? They're very similar. They're both modelling the same aircraft. They both handle in a similar way as well. I think the Flight Factor needs a little tweak with regards to how the flight controls move. But when you're sat in both, you know, they're very similar. The Flight Factor has more in-depth modelling, I believe. So all the circuit breakers are modelled. I think there's thousands of failures you can model. So it's probably a more complete product, but it's not yet finished. Whereas the PMDG is finished, fully working VNAV. The FMC was a bit buggy with selecting the SID today, but I've seen that in the PMDG 737 as well before. And ultimately, which sim offers the best overall package, in my opinion, that's Microsoft Flight Simulator for most users, because of the way it looks, the ease of use as well. You can just install sceneries, aircraft, just works. But if you use X-Plane and you want a good 777, the flight factor is going to give you that.
EDC 25, descent to altitude 4,000 feet.
Have I ever met to what? I haven't, Alex. Matthew, no comment. Has that happened on Guardia? I don't know. Referencing this meme that's floating around the internet. Yes, I have seen that video.
Direct azimuth. Redirect azimuth. Questions are just...
Brilliant. Oh no, South African Francois, sorry. Oh gosh. I can say how's it? Oh, Steve, apparently he's not going to make a 777 sound set for the aircraft. That's a shame. But someone else will. No doubt FT Sim Sounds will make one as well. They're usually okay. Ooh! Log on accepted. Oh, I thought it was. Okay, accept or cancel. It's a bit too late though, because we're about to be handed over to Unicom for our Oceanic. Ryan, yeah, one of the devs for Flight Factor, I think the chap behind it is rated on the 777, which obviously gives them a great insight. Yeah, who knows if we'll get the freighter version. So one of the members suggested something which I'd like to do, and I've been thinking about it for a while, is streaming the milk run, and it's something I want to do, and it's flown by Alaskan Airlines. They actually have 3 routes for the milk run, which is all done on the 737, but what's this? Oh, current unit Scottish. Accepts. Cancel. Proceed direct to Gomup. Accepting.
Channel 9217,
Accepted.
Tundra 1 Echo arrival.
Awesome, isn't it? And we're already doing it.
170 level Tundra.
There we go.
Tundra 1 Echo arrival.
So if you go here to review downlinks, you'll see all the. There's the Wilco proceed direct to Gonup. So on the 73, it's the same button that you either have Wilco, I think it's cancel or unable is the option. Yeah, it's already gone through. It has sending then sent means it has gone through. Cool.
Sorry, say again.
Matthew, CPDLC is wonderful. Nothing better than flying a 6-hour transcon red eye without worrying about missing a frequency. That is the big bonus with it. And we don't have those sort of long sectors, sort of flying just into Europe. But one sector which has caught people out before, and various operators, is this sector from sort of the UK and here going to the Canary Islands. You've got this sector here which is, you know, an hour and a half with no talking pretty much, just frequency change from Agadir to Lisboa, and you don't talk to anyone. We've got an FMC 8 alternate list uplink. Okay. And yeah, there was still the last message. So yeah, preventing PLOC, as we like to call it. PLOC stands for prolonged loss of communications, which ultimately, if you don't respond to, it involves you being intercepted by whatever country's air force you're flying over. Which, if you look online at plenty of videos of doing that, the pilots will probably come up on the frequency saying, "Oh, yes, it's just an exercise." No, it's probably because they've forgotten or not been monitoring the radio. Now, I know this sounds really easy. You're sat at home thinking, "How on earth did the crew, miss the radio?" It's very easy to do. And one thing you have to be really careful is the following. So, you imagine, the cabin crew come on, and I want to talk to them. So you turn down the volume like this on COM 1, or even turn it off and turn up here, and then talk to the cabin crew, and then you get distracted by something. You come back and you don't go back here and turn the volume up, and that's opening you up to potential threats of missing radio calls, and maybe the first officer's turned down as well. So it's easy to do, and then you get distracted. Especially as a training captain, one of the things they warned us about becoming a training captain is when you have various discussion items and things to discuss, or if they have questions, is that you can get distracted by that and miss radio calls, especially on those longer sectors. So it's easy. It's easily done. It's easily done. Randy, did you watch England's game yesterday, the Euro? No, I was planning on it, but I was called off standby. I was on standby yesterday, and I was called to operate called in for a sim session. So I missed the Formula 1, and I missed the England game. The Formula 1 race looked amazing. I can't believe what happened. And the England game, obviously, what was it? I'm not a big football fan. I don't follow football much, but I do love the Euros and the World Cup. Is it Bellingham? It's got that overhead kick. Amazing. I missed it all. Stuck in the sim. Doing a type rating course, but I was enjoying that as well. But it is what it is. Take care, Monolith. Thanks for popping in. Enjoy your rest, and see you on the next stream.
Entry 1 Alpha cleared to East Midlands as filed via the Lima 603
don't know, Machine. Are the CPDLC areas same as voice areas? You're flying through Poland, which is divided into many sectors. Do you also have to switch CPDL stations so often? Yeah, they usually conform with the FIR boundaries. So coming into Poland from the west, you know, we'll be talking to Bremen. Or no, not what's the centre.
Could you just repeat the other bit there?
I can't remember what the centre's called. Then at the FR boundary, you'll get a CPDLC message to contact Varsava, and then they switch over the CPDLC automatically.
Ryanair 50 Kilo Tower. Step out of the cockpit approximately 5 minutes.
Yeah. Matthew, switch you. Happen pretty often in the States. Controller calling up on guard to find a lost aircraft. Uh-oh. Yeah, absolutely. Matthew, I agree with you.
Climb to initial altitude 5,000 squawk 5 specs in specs via the Lima 603.
There we go. Progressing well. Arriving in about an hour and a half. Perfect. 777 is performing well. Don't any wing views yet.
Osprey 97 Hotel, report your altitude.
What's going on with the wing? Is that painted, that wing? Ooh, I think, is that it? That should probably be like that. I think that might be a paint issue. I might have to talk to Bounce about that. looks a bit better in this view.
23 Victor Tango, pushing to that approved.
Perfect. Hamish, did Heathrow to JFK, and the fuel burn left me in the fin res on landing. Fuel bias was set up to +1. Glad they changed it. Yeah, it's +2 now.
Clear to London City, Noble 1 Hotel.
Yeah, that's an inaccurate fuel burn, but obviously 2% on a long sector is a significant amount of fuel. And we took standard fuel today. Approaching Gollop, actually. We'll do a fuel time check there as well.
Osprey 97 Hotel, route direct Dean Cross, Delta Charlie Sierra.
Awesome.
Minimums, approaching minimums.
Cheers, James. Thank you very much. 2 years as a member. There's your Alpaca badge as well. Thank you for your support, buddy, for that period of time. You finally managed to catch 777 stream. Fun tidbit for the 2 years with cowling the G90. 134 inch in diameter, and the 737 interior is only 139 inches. Yes, it's sort of a well-known fact, isn't it, that you could almost fit in a 737 fuselage cabin area in the engine cowling, which is bonkers. When you actually look at the two aircraft together, there's a huge size difference. Fun facts there, buddy. Thank you very much for your support.
Speed 270 knots for this.
Itch it and scratch it. What's the best way of going on to VATSIM first time and getting over the fear of making a mess? VATSIM do something called first wing events, designed for people who are new to a network. So you want to go to their events page and look out for those first wing events.
9949, the route direct Iraqam.
Oh yeah, Mike Agency must have received a huge update to CPDLC traffic last week. They must have done with everyone using it.
Delta 92, continue Unicom 122 decimal 81.
I don't know if that was for us. I think we're approaching the boundary.
Blue
Max 6 Kilo Echo.
Oh no, it's Delta
We
92.
are allowed is 280 for Max 6 Kilo Echo. Max 6 Kilo Echo, Roger. 280 knots for Greater Africa. 280 for Max 6 Kilo Echo.
There we are. Service terminated, monitor Unicom 122.8. There we are. We're at the boundary at 5 miles, so accept. Accepted. There we go. That's pretty much how it works in real life, except obviously you don't terminate, you go to the next frequency en route. Good, so should I probably now log off, I guess?
Okay, I'll just confirm the aquatics as well. Poison 02, descent flight level 120.
So how do I log off?
Descent flight level 120, Poison 02.
There we go.
November 45, November Papa.
Sent.
When ready, descent flight level 200.
Not established, cool. So I've logged off. Over to Unicom. There we are, over the boundary. I mean, it's just, the whole VATSIM and ATC is so realistic. So realistic. Right, let's do this fuel and time check at GOM up here. And we'll clear the message here. How do I clear it? There we go, perfect. Blank DU. Right then, let's have a look at GOM up. See how we're doing with this fuel bias now, 2%. Looked good at top of climb, so should be okay here. So GOM up, we should have 17.3 tons of fuel, 17.2, so we just use a smidge more. Let's scroll down and I'm not looking. Oh, I've lost it. Fuel burn 8295, so 83. Logged off, perfect, we know. And we've burned to 84, but we've just passed GOM up about a minute ago, so that's fine. And we should have been airborne for 36 minutes, 38, probably about 37 by the time of there. So yeah, the time of fuel checks look pretty much closer. Bear in mind this is a short flight, we've only been airborne for half an hour. Maybe on your longer sectors that could bite you there. Awesome, so what I'm going to do, guys, is just take a quick break, because my fiance's just finished work, go say hello, I'll make myself a quick brew, and I'll be back in about just 5 minutes or so. I'll just clear this comm message, logged off, cancel. Perfect, and I'll leave you in the wing view. Enjoy the music, and I'll be back in just 5 minutes, guys. Thanks a lot. Hello again. Hope you've been enjoying the tunes. Thanks for that. Just sorry, it's my fiance's finished work. Made myself a brew. So I'll be sipping on my tea as we sort of get to the halfway point of the sector. Live time, live weather today, and our top descent point is at just trying to work out everything in there. 777. Where's top descent information? Not on the descent page where I thought it would be. There's ETA for our destination. Where's top of descent? I can't find it. Wouldn't not be on the descent page. Well, it's around where Brekkie is. We'll have to look closer. It's on progress page. Destination, yes. But top of descent, well, we'll just subtract 20 minutes from that. 25 minutes. On the hour, pretty much. Oh, Anthony, it's on the progress page, but only when you get close for some reason. It's where the step climb line is. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. Have you got the 777, Anthony? Nice to see you here as well. And I was just looking through my messages. I'm quite bad at getting back to messages on Discord, and I saw what you said about your son. I'm glad he's getting on well, but I heard about your lazy instructor. I saw what you said about your lazy instructor. Yeah, loving it. Very cool. So, chat about the wing on the 777. It is a... what is the wingspan? I mean, it is an awesome thing. I mean, the wings on all the modern jet. I mean, look, you can see the tips are sort of above the fuselage almost. But the 78 and the 350's wings are super efficient, aren't they? I'll turn the sim sounds a second. Of course, we watch outside the cruise. Actually, let the cabin crew. There's no bing bong switch. No, I don't know where that is in this. Yeah, I mean, it's technology. I mean, you imagine 100 years ago, if someone saw this in the 20s, they'd be like, "What is this?" What was that interesting fact someone showed me recently? It was only since the first flight of the Wright brothers, and it was 66 years between that and landing on the moon. I mean, it's just the progress of technology in the 20th century was just balmy. For the crappy U-21 ring, but the cockpit's nice, so it balances out. Yeah, the Airbus cockpit is very nice. I mean, all the 78 and A350 pilots probably think the 777's old and ancient. I think it's like really modern and clean and new. It does make you realise how old the NG design is, but it is a very efficient, clean, reliable aircraft. I like flying it. Great grandpa Dector Sim was a Kitty Hawk and would be loving this. Yeah, when you actually split skins, right, when you actually walk up to a wide body jet and you do then comprehend how big it is. I mean, I remember when I first flew the NG on my circuit training, and I'd been flying Cessna's Pipers, where your arse is only a few feet above the ground. And I got sat in the cockpit of the 737 ready to fly for the first time. I just thought, I am so high off the ground now. So high. And now obviously this, if you're in an aircraft like this or the jumbo, you're so high, even you're twice as high. It's crazy. Rasmus got to visit the 777 cockpit with Air Canada. You were definitely calling it old. Yeah, exactly. Split skim. It's an old design, and the Max re-energized it with newer screens, and it looks nice with those screens. But the overhead panel hasn't changed. But it is a reliable machine. I mean, I've flown 7,000 hours on the NG in around 500 on the max, probably not as much as that. And I've never had to declare a mayday in my career. For I can have reasons otherwise technical, but never had a serious technical issue which has caused me to have anything wrong. I've only had to divert once for a technical issue, and that was with the an issue where the gear wouldn't retract. I mean, I'd far rather have that not come down. But yeah, that was the only thing. That wasn't even a massive problem. Just I had to return, but it wouldn't retract. James had that feeling sitting in the right seat in the King Air for a ferry. Yeah, jumping up even higher in there as well. You feel much higher off the ground as well. But don't forget to stick around, guys. It's been a while since I've done a giveaway, so I'll do a Alpaca Airways mug giveaway after landing. Get it all set up through Teespring. James, in terms of avionics upgrades, the 777 is on the NG what the 78 is to the max. Both 737 upgrades followed straight after the wide body. Yeah, but the 78 and 777 is a common type rating, isn't it? I think then you just have to do a really brief conversion if you want to fly on the other one. I don't. Yeah, so this is the issue with the Max 10, isn't it? The delays with Max 10 because the FAA saying they wanted to have ICAS, but listen, we still rely on that faithful QRH. It's good, it works well. Steve, your grandmother, when alive in her lifetime, remembered reading about the first powered flight, watched the moon landing on TV, and the technology change in one generation is amazing. Yeah, for those guys. Yeah, absolutely. Petrich, you mentioned that it's been 13 years since your type rating. Has there been anything on which the guidance changed completely in that time and took a lot of effort to unlearn the old habits? Not really much has changed. The syllabus of the type rating is almost identical. They've probably moved some objectives or sign-offs around in some of the sessions, but no, it's pretty much unchanged. So I did my type rating back in the end of 2011, and I became an instructor in 2016. It was pretty much identical, and now coming back to the TRI, it hasn't changed. There's new courses and different things for people joining in from other airlines. If they're rated on the 7.3, the course has changed slightly, but the transition type rating is pretty much a full type rating. If they're on a Boeing aircraft, they do a shortened type rating. But yeah, it's pretty much identical. That's quite balmy. So 13 years ago I started my type rating. 7 years ago I started my channel. So my YouTube channel, Flight Deck Sim, has been going, or I've been running it for about half of my career as an airline pilot now. Oh Steve, I like that tilt. It's meant to be for effect, but if you guys don't like it, I can untilt it. How's that? There we go. Oh, overhead a waypoint anyway. That looks a bit. It's either that or we're losing control. We're over one of the oceanic waypoints. Oops, can't pronounce it in the cockpit. There we go. Yep, we are overhead 59 degrees north, 012 west. Could do another fuel and time check. Turn it down, put the sim up again slightly. Oh, my views reset unfortunately for my EFB tablet, so there we go. I don't know why, but it always seems to drop to the bottom of the sim brief flight plan whenever I open it. So 53 minutes airborne, 56, a little bit late now, Mach 0.83, which is what we're doing, and we should have 15.2 tons of fuel. Ooh, we are burning more fuel now. We're 100 kilos down, we're now 300 kilos down, so maybe we need even more of a fuel burn bias. Same cost index and same speeds. we should have 10.4 tons of fuel. We've got 10.6, so yeah, we've definitely burned a few extra kilos. I love these alternate points on the ND. Oh, it's only, I think if you have it out on a certain scale, yeah, it's only if you zoomed out as far as possible. Cool. Bolinus, have you ever seen anything unusual in the sky? Ooh, I can't answer that. Yes, I have actually, unexplained. I remember one night there was a sort of like a star, but it was moving around. It wasn't a satellite, because they sort of, you can quite easily see those just before sunrise and after sunset. But it was sort of moving around the sky like a star, very high up, but it was changing direction very quickly. And we were both, my colleague and I saw that, and we were like, what's going on? And it disappeared. And that's a true story. I'm not having you on there. Richard, have you seen the 747 static simulator open in Cheshire recently? That's pretty cool. It took a real 747 cockpit first class cabin and reverse engineered it to turn it into a sim. Awesome. I've not seen that one. I have had a number of emails from a number of sim companies who have invited me to try out the sim, but obviously I like to keep my anonymity best as I can. I might try one. There's one locally, they really want me to try it, and they said, look, we can put a camera up and we can put it over your shoulder so no one can see, and I've thought about it. So maybe, we'll see. SimBrief fuel burn numbers, especially at higher ISO deviations. So is it SimBrief that's off, Matthew, or PMDG? Cat with an on-time BA flight, bit unusual, pretty realistic. Yes, there's an MD-11 about to come out, isn't there, for Microsoft Flight Simulator? TFDR, TDFI, I don't know the name of the dev. I've not received any early access or heard anything for them, and I've not really. TFDI, isn't it? Is this quite good? Is this going to be a good MD-11? Or is it sort of a light version? I'll try it out if it's good. Oh, it's SimBrief. The VPT is much more accurate about the fuel burn. Okay. James MP, I've not seen Elon Musk's Skytrain whilst flying, but I have seen it at home. It's pretty insane, isn't it? Okay, interesting. SimBrief. There's slightly wrong with those figures. So July 2nd is the release for this MD-11. That's tomorrow. Okay. Would you guys like me to look into it? I'll happily purchase it if you'd like me to fly it. I generally. Oh, actually, another email I've had, and I think this could be fun for an online group flight.
50, 40,
I'll have a look at it here. Oh,
20,
thank you very much,
10.
Flight Sim Mega, for your £15 donation. Very kind, sir. Thank you.
I'm considering buying this bird and fly Oslo Dubai San Francisco with Emirates next weekend.
Awesome.
I had good times with it in P3D. Happy flying, Captain. Greetings from Norway.
Thank you very much, Flight Sim Mega, for your £15 donation. That's very generous of you. And are you actually flying Emirates on those sectors in real life, and or is that what you want to do in the sim? Either way, I bet if you do it in real life, you want to replicate it for sure. But thank you very much for your generous donation there, and hope you're doing very well in Norway. Thank you, sir. I have flown Emirates once from Heathrow to Dubai on the 380 back in around 2015-16. Went on holiday. It's really, really cool. Yes, someone I've not heard of, a dev has offered me a Piper Cub, which could be quite good fun, from Classic Aircraft Simulations, and it comes with a Labrador. I mean, that alone is my reason to want to fly it. I haven't got back to them. They actually emailed me around a week ago. But yeah, I think we could do maybe some bush flying or something in the Cub. I mean, it's a classic aircraft, but it's the original sort of Cub. There you go. Look at the images they sent. This is the aircraft. I'll just share my screen. Window caption Chrome. Stand by. There you go. Look, looks cool, doesn't it? I think there's a cub in Microsoft Flight Simulator, but it's like an updated version. I think this is the OG cub, which we had sort of in Microsoft Flight Sim Century Flight. And there, look, there's Jack. So yeah, if you guys would like me to fly that, I'll happily request it. And I think he said he's offered some copies away to give away, so we could do a little fun GA flight in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Make a change from 777s. But yeah, it's been fun flying the 777, and we hadn't done anything until Flight Factor gave me access. Then the BMDG, but I think we're very well catered for now for 777s in all simulators. GFB Spotter, what's your thoughts on the 727 that's coming out now? I did also see this. Is it a new dev that's making this as well? I'm waiting very patiently for FlyJSim to update their 7.2 and the 7.3.2 for X-Plane. But no, I'd love to try that one in Microsoft Flight Simulator. And isn't the 757 coming for Microsoft Flight Sim 2 as well? I mean, some great aircraft coming up. Odd question, but will the MD-11 be better than the 300? I love the 300 and find it good for cargo. Not sure if any of the wide-body cargo jets is needed. To be honest, well, everyone loves an MD-11 as well. I think the IndyBuilds 300 is the only sort of, let's say, high-fidelity freighter available in Microsoft Flight Simulator. I'm sure PMDG will have an option for this as a cargo freighter, as a bolted add-on. So everyone will be flying the DHL out of East Midlands and Leipzig, or who else is a large 777 operator? I only mention the big yellow one because I've got some friends there. I'll try the A380 for sure, and when that gets released, that's going to be carnage. Oh yeah, an official 707 coming out for Microsoft Flight Sim as well, and X-Plane 12. I didn't know one about X-Plane 12. That'd be cool. Split skim, there's no VNAV in the 727 for them to model. It's the FSS, I've not heard of these devs, so yeah, that would be cool. I mean, we've only flown the FlyJSim 7.2, but the 7.2 is an absolute... I mean, that was a massive aeroplane when it came out. Everyone was flying them in the US. Rosie, there was a 828 cub in an FSX that had the girl you could fly with and terrify with aerobatics. No way. Funny. GFB Spotter, and question, why haven't you flown the 7.2 and 737-200 for X-Plane 12? They're not official for X-Plane 12. I've flown it several times in X-Plane 11 GFB Spotter, but I think they work, but it's not officially supported by FlyJSim, and I don't think it works correctly. Whereas there is a proper update coming for both those aircraft in time. I've not flown their Dash 8 for a while. That's a great add-on as well. Actually, can we see top of descension? Let's have a look. Well, I can see it now on the ND. What's that? It's 240 miles away. Yeah, there we go. It's popped up now. 243 miles. So yeah, on the hour. That's what I said. Pretty good guess. It's about 30 minutes. We'll start setting up in 10. James, I believe Just Flight are making a Fokker 7100. I believe. They've got their Avro RJ coming out as well soon. Yeah, I wonder, Anthony, if it's less than 250. I don't know. On the NG it shows up whenever you go to a descent page, regardless of your distance. Thanks for subscribing there, Fiorenzo Mangilo. I guess you're from Italy. GFB Spotter is working fine for X-Plane. Really? Well, I am in contact with the devs, so maybe I could try it out. Because I do love the classic jets. I mean, I love flying the classic stuff. Sorry if you hear me gulp my tea. Edo, no! Littoral Games, everyone is one of my mods from Italy. He's always found my Italian pronunciation quite amusing. Jim, are you on the beta team for 2024? No, I've not heard anything. I was very fortunate to be given early access to 2020. I'm not involved in anything in 2024. I'd love to have access to it when available. But yeah, we'll do this double header stream then. This is something that was requested by one of the members and wanting to do for a while. Is the milk run in Alaska, which is done by Alaskan Airways. Let me just find the link here. So I think we'll do this as a split stream in the NG, one in the Zebo mod and one in the PMDG. So this is the article I found online. There you go. So this is the Alaskan Airlines milk run. So there's several flights operated by Alaskan Airlines, and the one I'm interested in, I think it's the top one. Yeah, it's 4 sectors. These two are 5, so I think it'd be quite nice to split it up to 2 streams, 2 in the mod and 2 in the PMDG 737. Unless you want me to fly in the classic IXEG. No, I don't want the Ultimate Lounge playback. So we'll start off in Seattle. We'll do it to Juneau and to Yakutat, which is a really short sector. And these two, look, Cordova, Anchorage. That's going to be super quick. So yeah, I think we'll do Seattle. Oh, what is this? Oh, we could do Seattle to Kenchikan, and then we could sort of go to Juneau then. I don't know, I haven't decided there, but yeah, I think it'll be really cool. But this is a real flight. You could do the entire flight on the milk run from Seattle to Anchorage in one day. So that'll be something fun to do. Cool. Anyone know where that long magenta line is? Yeah, I keep pressed by the 777-300, but on the 2 long flights I flew with it, I got stung by the bug where it crashed while clearing the reset MCP altitude message. Oh, I heard about this. Need to summon the energy to try again now it's fixed. Yeah, crikey, I mean, there's nothing more frustrating than doing a 10-hour sector and then something like that happens. Yeah, very good. It's a missed approach, the climb runway heading vector. So the programmed, if it has a climb runway heading, it comes up as just a long magenta line. Does anyone judge people by their bookmark bar? Trust you to be looking at that, Cat. What is it here? News, email, Google, house stuff, work stuff, bank stuff, YouTube stuff, flight deck sim stuff, TRE stuff. That's all linked to YASA actually. Discord and iCloud and one hidden one. I know. No one was actually reading the article. Everyone was looking at my bookmarks bar. Brilliant. Stuff. Cheeky lot. Awesome. We've got some traffic actually. Off on the same sector. See if we can spot them. Oh, there they are. There's the contrail anyway, being overtaken. Probably have that angle as well. Oh yeah, it's like a little mark there. I thought it was an island. No, there's a little scratch on the window. Hidden one Julia Roberts fan club homepage. It's mega. Man, I can't believe it's been out now for 6 days. I mean, my first stream on it was last week. I would have done more, but I was on my TRE course, examiner's course. I should get my examiner certificate very soon as well, so I can start doing checks. I've just got an email today saying it's in the post from my relevant aviation authority. Funny. Right, let's start having a look at these charts then into Keflavik. So arrival, we're going to be flying a Baslu 2 Kilo for runway 19er. There's the weather. Winds from the south will be runway 19 then. 10k broken at 2,211 degrees, QNH 1003, so it's quite a nice afternoon. But because it's the middle of the summer though, yeah, the sun won't set here until what, midnight? And it won't get completely dark, will it? So the weather's fine. As I said, it will be the Baslu 2 Kilo. There we go, it's coming from Baslu. We'll just pin this. It's pinned. Approach will be ILS via Elvums. Look at. Ah, there we are. That's the Zulu from the Elvam transition. Good test of VNAV for this then today. Perfect. And let's grab an airport chart as well. There's quite a few wide body stands here available actually. I don't know if anyone here is familiar with Keflavik, but I think most of these can take a wide body stand. We'll just see what GSX offers. I pinned all the relevant charts. So let's load up the FMC. So we've got speed restrictions in, that's fine. Forecast, let's load in the data from ACARS. Liam had a rough landing in the Cessna and set the locator beacon off. That's nothing to be proud about. There we are, winds are in. And landing on runway 19er. Fixturing's in. 10. And we'll aim to configure no later than 6 miles. And we're at 36,000 feet, so 3 times our height. Top descent is going to be around 108 miles. Cool. So, we'll step through the arrival for you. Using these charts, it's a little bit clearer. Oh, I've got a ding-dong from a centre controller. Oh, excellent. That is... I can't remember what it's called. Bird Centre. What do you call the controller? Reykjavik Control. 1197, contacting them now. Let's look at 8 all the way. No CPDLC. Oh no, they are using CPDLC. Reykjavik Control, hello, it's Alpaca 7 Delta Kilo, flight level 360, inbound to Brekkie.
Yeah. I think we're step on, sir. That's a 2 kilo arrival for ICR 419? It's a Baslu 2 kilo. Okay, Baslu 2 kilo arrival for runway 19 for ICR 419.
Reykjavik Centre, hello, Alpaca 7 Delta Kilo, flight level 360, Brekkie.
Alpaca 7 Delta Kilo, Reykjavik Control, good evening sir, squawk 4137.
Squawk 4137, Alpaca 7 Delta Kilo. 4137.
Scandinavian 4785, Korea Airways Zulu, runway 19.
Beeping. Altitude alerts? It must have been a weather update in the sim or something. Okay.
4785, we are Elvam, Korea Airways Zulu, runway 19.
Ding dong in the FMC as well. Alternate list uplink.
Alpaca 7 Delta Kilo, you are identified. Cleared as correction. Baslu 2 Kilo arrival. Expect ILS Zulu, runway 19.
Baslu 2 Kilo, expect ILS Zulu 19, Alpaca 7 Delta Kilo.
Alpaca 7 Delta Kilo, report your Mach number.
Mach decimal 83, Alpaca 7 Delta Kilo.
Roger, break ICR 419, report Mach number.
Yeah, we're not as fast. Mach 0.80, ICR 419.
Ah.
ICR 419, Roger.
I only just realised
Would you like us to reduce to Mach
it
0.78?
was
We'll do that
just
at
above us
419.
there.
Okay, Brock, ISR 419 is again.
Would you like us to reduce your speed for ISR 419?
ISR 419, just do me a favor, give me your Mach number again, please.
Let's go here.
0.80.
Try log in again.
ISR 419, maintain Mach decimal 75 or less.
We're reducing to decimal 75 for ISR 419.
Alpaca 7 Delta Kilo, Mach decimal 83 or greater.
Decimal 83 or greater, Alpaca 7 Delta Kilo. Yes, sir.
Easy 8850, ready for taxi.
Easy 8850, backtrack line up runway 19.
I won't go into the manoeuvre margin, we'll do decimal 86.
Backtrack line up runway 19, report ready for departure, easy
Cool,
8850.
so we have logged on. We're established communication with Bird. There we are. Logged on CPDLC. Is that 75? Well, we won't know anymore because look at us go. Choom.
That apron is uncontrolled, so you can taxi and report for short of takeoff. Sure, sorry.
Is that 75? It's glowing red, my nose cone. Cool, that's got ATC. Log on accepted, perfect. Current unit is Reykjavik Oceanic, I guess. Cool. We were in the middle of the setup, so let's continue as we were. So we'll look at the star, we've done everything else there. So already routing direct to Brekkie, then Baslu.
Leipzig 316.
Baslu, Kilo Foxtrot 151, checks in the FMC, track's good. Then it's Bell 2, 110 above.
316,
Kilo Foxtrot 244, flight level 100 above. And we've got 154, 7,000 feet above, 155, 4,500 feet above, then Elva max 220 knots. That's all coded in the FMC. Let's check the ILS. So Elva max 220. Then it's Kilo Foxtrot 119, max 200s. Then on final via Nomta. Nomta's the final approach 6 of 5.1 DME. There's the 3-degree ILS down to the minimums. For us, is it Cat D? Well, it's quite a slow approach speed. I think we discussed this last time. I think someone said it's, for the sake of 2 feeds, let's call it the highest one, 363. So frequency courses, we don't have to worry about the triple, just set the minimums 363. Oops. Cool. What else do we need to mention on this chart then? So looking at the top there, MSA 4,000 feet all round, so no real terrain issues, the elevation's automatic on the 777. Nomta we confirmed as the final approach fix, the frequencies of courses are automatic. In the event of missed approach, what is the missed approach flap setting in the 777? Is it flap 20? Ground flap 20. We climb on course 192 3000 and then just vectors from Keflavik approach. And 3,000 feet is below the MSA, so we need to bear in mind. Perfect. Let's look at the landing performance. A lovely long runway, 3,000 meters. Plan to vacate. First right 02. Landing en route. 9. Aircraft details are in. Take reverse credit. Throttle to brake 3. And the wind is 200 at 16. So we'll add 8 knots to our VREF. Half the steady headwind component is our minimum approach speed. Or target approach speed. There we are. That's giving us 2,186 meters. That should be fine for Sierra 2. If not, we can vacate to the ends. So performance, how much fuel are we going to burn? So we've got 8.5, got 11.8.
November 903 Echo.
It's going to burn another 2.3 tons. Landing weight's going to be 243.
19 for November 903 Echo.
Flap 30, order brake 3. Cool. Briefing's complete. Flap 20 and it is Cat D, perfect. Thanks, EC.
Easy 8850 ready for departure.
Streamlabs, thank you for subscribing. Aaron and Bjork, thank you very much, buddy. Welcome on board.
Wind is 210
Seth,
degrees,
Captain, I've seen some streamers calculate their landing performance using the full runway length instead of the actual LTA. Is that accurate to airlines in the real world? So, we're very fortunate that the real world OPT takes into account the landing distance available, taking into account the assumed air distance, because obviously we approach the airport and we're over the threshold at 50 feet, and there's an assumed air distance around 300 or 400 metres, which is added to your performance. I don't know if that's taken into account with the OPT here. There's no reference of any assumed air distance, so I presume, hope it does include it, but you can sort of see that figure in the real OPT. So you can take sort of verbatim what it says in the OPT as the actual distance, including the height above the threshold. Our OPT is also factored normal landing distances by 15%, just as an operator, ultra conservative. It's a runway excursion prevention policy, really, and we have to take the factored distance, even though we can probably stop in that lesser distance. But we always take the factors.
4785, wind is 200 degrees, 16 knots, runway 19, clear to land. November 93 Echo.
Mike, good question. Can you get conflicting ATC voice and CPDLC instructions? Which instruction is the one to follow? Great question. Yes, you can. If you do, clarify the ATC.
Echo, are you able to do
I've had it in the real aircraft where I've had CPDLC message, and then they've usually made an error, and they'll tell you straight away via voice. They'll say disregard CPDLC, do this instead. And yeah, it doesn't happen often, but usually ATC will spot the error before you notice it. But if you'd had a conflicting message between CPDLC and ATC voice, I just talk to them directly and say, look, just confirm what you'd like us to do. Hello Listerman, hope you're doing well. Triple Packer, here it is.
November 93 Echo, after departure, left turn for route 3. The wind is 200 degrees.
Welcome on board, Kevin Townsend, thank you very much for subscribing.
After departure, left turn for route 3 and clear for takeoff November 93 Echo.
Welcome aboard Chims as well. I don't think Bouncer's here, the member that made the livery, but it's a lovely one, isn't it? Very retro. Straight from the sort of 90s and early 2000s when this was a new aircraft.
Line 402, descend 7,500 feet. Unit is.
Aaron, always fun watching someone fly into my home airport. Very cool.
Unit is 1010.
7,500
The top percent's about 80 miles away.
Line 402, do you require the met report for Vega?
Would suit the upcoming MD-11 nicely too. Oh, I'll look
no
into
problem.
this.
Would you like to weather the met report for Vega?
Whoever it was. Def that's making this MD-11.
Yes, that would be very nice.
Line 402, Roger, call you back in a moment.
Hi Leon, can I ask how you know which noise abatement procedures to use at which airports? We're very fortunate that my operator, we have briefing packs, and they'll advise right at the start at ADP 1 or 2. Some vary depending on the time of day as well.
Good evening, 4115.
4115, that pay 86.
Easy 8850, report altitude passing.
Oh, it's nice to have some traffic. I was going to stream into a VATSIM event airport, Copenhagen, later, but I've done a lot that event. That's fine. And like I said, MQ Studios, this is their V2 scenery we're flying into. They sent me a copy of it, so I thought, oh, that'll be a really cool destination. We've not been into Iceland for a while. Answer the air should be tomorrow by TFDI. Has some issues with those down dives and autopilot disconnect. Well, that's the PMDG 777 was suffering from that on the beta build.
Report over
or the one I used, and I think another streamer had that issue as well. Black Box.
Line 402, Met report ready to copy.
Last Stu, still live, just off work. Yes, we're still here. Approaching top of descent, good time to join.
Line 402, Met report for Vega at time 20, automatic. Wind 280 degrees,
so
17 knots, visibility more than 10 kilometers. broken 1,600 feet.
Notes checked, order
Temperature
brake is
plus
set.
12, dew point
Landing data is
08,
set, we've got a
VREF
VREF
1010,
and approach briefing. We've
wind
completed.
at speed
Checks complete.
290
Next
degrees,
checklist will be
30
the
knots,
approach
feedback unit
checks.
only.
1010, primary 40.
Can we see Iceland yet?
Shoreline 402, radar service terminated, report
It's a
on
lovely day there.
final,
Just
no
have some
reported
real
traffic
horrific
for
weather
radar.
in Iceland in the winter.
Report back on final, primary 40.
Hi Neil, hi Captain. Just how about doing a stream in the X-Plane 12-400 Sparky? It's a mod like the Zebo but for the 400. I've heard about it. Fun fact, I've never flown the 747-400 live stream. I've only flown the classic 200 several times.
Climb on restricted 370 EZ8850.
Decimal 86 Posy reports won't be positive. So Posy is, I don't know, EC, are you a colleague or are you another operator? I don't know. But you are monitored. It's purely for safety, but they'll make sure you're flying with the compliant speed to the airline that they want you to fly and other things like that. X. Okay, very good.
Greenland 730.
Have you moved to this bird?
Sorry for the delay. Reykjavik control, squawk 4127.
My positive stats are all positive. I don't fly very much anyway these days. Stuck in the sim. Cody, Captain, can you tell in your examiner role when pilots are nervous? I assume there's nothing to do or say, but just curious. Well, Cody, I've actually only just recently qualified as Tyrios in a week ago, and I've not actually done any checks solo. But one of the things that certainly my operator and other airlines would look for an examiner is putting candidates at ease. Everyone is nervous on a check. It doesn't matter if it's someone who's just completed their type rating or it's a 20-year-old pilot in the airline doing his 6-month recurrent. Everyone's nervous.
Alpaca 7 Delta Kilo, when ready, descend flight level 100.
When ready, descend flight level 100, Alpaca 7 Delta Kilo. Everyone's nervous on the check, and one of the qualities that airlines look for is the character of the individual and doing their best to put them at ease. Now, one of the requirements during the briefing on a check, you have to explain, and this is straight from the ARSA, you have to show the candidate the limitations for the check, the pass-fail criteria, and it's very scary, you know, it's like, right, these are the limits for your check, you know, plus or minus 100 feet generally, speed, 2 engines, 1 engines, minus 5 plus 10, half deviation, glide slope localizer, RMP, half cross-track error, etc., and it's really scary. But you have to show them. So yeah, it's just about putting them at ease. And if you have to pass, when you take a check, you can either pass, partial pass, or fail. A pass is all items completed and passed. Partial pass is 5 items or less. A full fail is 6 items or more. And you just, if you partial them, you just have to be honest and say, look, really, unfortunately at this time we haven't got a full pass, or it's a partial pass or a fail. You tell them what items they failed on, tell them to take a deep breath, take 30 minutes, and in the debriefing explain what happened. And then ultimately it's the airline that decides what happens next. Do they receive more training? What is it they can do? And they'll tailor that. But so I certainly work at a airline that gives everyone every opportunity to improve, and we're all human, you know, we all have good days and bad days, and if you are fortunate to partial or fail, you're given the support, or hopefully given the support to improve. Anyway, I digress massively. So when ready, we'll keep the speed up as requested by ATC, 8.3 or greater, sort of just below the manoeuvre margin. High speed. This speed here, because we're going so fast, what can happen is when you bank the aircraft, you can experience something called Mach buffet. And what Mach buffet is, it's part of the airflow of the top of the wing is going supersonic, and it actually decreases the attitude at which you exceed your angle of attack, so you can actually have a high speed sort of stall. So you don't want to be sort of hanging around too fast, and that's why we or LNAV or heading select, we limit the bank angle. Will the company notice if you exceed 250 below 100? I don't think it's actually monitored, but you can fly to 250 below 100 if requested by ATC. I think our hard limit is 6,000 feet, but generally speaking, you want to be doing 250 knots below 100. But in certain airspace, you can't. It's mandatory. For example, Class D, you have to do 250 below 100 because you're sharing airspace with VFR traffic. So ATC can't request that. Seth, why does Mach buffer only happen in a bank? It doesn't necessarily happen only in a bank. It can happen in a straight line as well. But it's just as the airflow of the wing goes supersonic, it starts separating.
Sorry about that. But anyway, there's no traffic reported between...
Random guy, where do you check cabin pressure? You need to select here air. See the diff pressure 8.6 psi and the position of the outflow valves. Cabin altitude 5,700 feet.
If you want to enter the taxi TMA, I can give you that as well. Just let me know.
Thank you.
No ice. Oh, is that a bit of ice in there? I can't quite see.
Line 402, in 280 degrees, 17 knots, no reported traffic at runway 30.
Oh, see, let's see what you did there, brilliant. Random guy, is it required to monitor it whilst taking off? No, not that point, but at my operator we check the pressurisation every 10,000 feet in the climb and on the after takeoff checklist.
And Banana 3 Echo, we would like to...
No, 737 sim pilot, if you briefly exceed the limit, 252, 253 turn, it's no issue at all. So approaching Brecky.
Yeah, what 4,000 pp fine for you?
November 93 Echo, let's make it 4,500 feet then, is that fine?
Hey firm, 4,500.
Let's just have a look at the time. So 1 hour 32 minutes. 1 hour 33. So yeah, we've caught that time up because we're going fast, but we should probably burn more fuel because of our speeds. We should have 10.4 on board. We've got 10.1, so still 300 kilos extra fuel burn. And that's quite explainable if you're doing SL86.
November 93 Echo, report leaving the TMA.
There we are, right turn for Brecky to Baslew, which is the beginning of the start.
November 93 Echo.
Flying Warner age-wise, how old was the oldest cadet you've come across? 20, 21? Yeah. I mean, when I joined, I was that age. Crazy. Lee, no, just the one sector today. Crikey, yeah, that would be a 6-hour stream if I went to Keflavik and Dublin and back. Just the one sector today, buddy. I enjoyed doing the 2-sector day. We do that on... I can't remember what day we did. Was it Friday? It was Friday. No, Thursday. Philippe, asking for advice, is this the best airliner at the moment for Microsoft Flight Simulator? Alpaca Airways? Oh no, the PMDG 777. Yeah, I'd say it's one of the best ones available in Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Facing east, release point 8, and KMH103, push plane line service.
Approaching top of descent. So what I'll do is I'll close this now. It's going to go back to decimal 83. We're advised to do 83 or greater. There's sufficient separation now between ourselves and the traffic behind. VNAV will start its descent now. Down to 10 tons or less than 10 tons of fuel. There we go. Ugh. Yeah, that would that's a little aggressive in that descent transition. you'd be floating a little bit in your seat. Ooh, drag required. That was a very aggressive transition to descent. Just keep an eye on that speed there. There we are. ATC is telling us to resume normal speed, so we'll accept that. That's from this is CPDLC via the controller. We've advised we can fly. He's requested that we can. Well, he's advised we can now resume normal speed. We've accepted it. I guess you have to go to COM and then press cancel to clear the message. Yeah, that was quite an aggressive pitch down there. At that sort of speed, you'd be almost floating in your seat. Aviation Pro will be eating some fermented fish once a night. Yes, the people of Iceland, they like fermented shark, don't they, as well? I think that's quite an acquired taste. I mean, I love my food, but I think I'd have to seriously consider eating fermented shark.
Greenland 730, when ready, descend flight level 100.
Tango, where's the static air temperature on the triple? Let's have a look. So we've got total air here, -9. Prop 2, it's on the NG. Nope. Oh, it is, there it is. Static -42. There you go, same as the NG. Aaron, we don't really like it, to be honest. Oh, well, that's from an Icelandic man himself.
Canada 930, nothing further, Unicom 122.08, goodbye.
I do love fish. I love everything. I love food.
You too.
Keep an eye on the speed. VNAV's sort of running a bit fast because it's in path. Remember, it only follows the path here. Alternate list uplink. I guess it just keeps doing that every few minutes. So just keep an eye on the speeds. Usually in VNAV, if you're going a bit fast, you get more parasitic drag and it sort of stops accelerating. Just keep a close eye on it. We can accept that higher speed for now. No bogus tonight. No bogus. Foodie Captain. Maybe I should rename my channel. Oh, calamari. Oh, yes. I'm a big fan of Wagamamas. Other Asian food chains are available, but Wagamamas and oh god, I can't forget what it's called now. The chili squid. Absolutely love it. Airline pilot eats, yes. I think I need to blow the dust off my second channel. I don't think I've streamed on it for nearly a year. Actually, there's a sale on in Steam at the moment, so maybe I can pick up some good games cheaply. American Truck Simulator, I think it's like £2. Is it still there? Have I still got the tag listed? I don't know if it's still there. It is there! That's my second YouTube channel. When was the last video uploaded? I'm looking at it now. 11 months ago! 500 views. I launched this during COVID, guys, so a lot of spare time. But yeah, just let me know in chat. Would you like me to do a stream on that channel? I'll find a game. Let me know. Any spare time I obviously spend on this, but yeah, it doesn't take long to fire up a game and just have a couple of hours, a bit of a laugh. Michael Folsom, thank you very much for your 11 months as a member. Hope you're doing very well. Thank you very much for your continued support, sir. Gaming stream instead of second sector. No, I've got to go downstairs. Dinner will be served. Yeah, Rosa, I mean, I have a playlist for Euro Truck Sim. Alpaca Logistics. We've got to like 10, 11 streams. But behind me is my racing wheel setup. If I quickly turn over the yoke cam. There we are. That's my flight bag, and I have two bags. Left is my flight bag when I go flying, the right is my backpack for this simming. And there is my racing seat, look. A nice little location there in the back of my office. It's home. So maybe I should blow the dust off it, get it plugged in. Just reset up the yoke cam. There we go. Perfect. Excuse my knobbly knees. Long-necked Jim, well remembered, off Train Simulator, brilliant. We played War Thunder a few times, yeah. Alpaca Logistics. Andrew, might you be able to report the issue with the departure route drawing PMDG? I also had the same issue just now when departing Istanbul. I can do. I can message Matthias, who helps send me out the PMDG. I don't use the forum because they obviously require you to use your full name, and I just wish not to disclose that publicly. But yeah, I think they'll probably know it's an issue. I've seen it in the PMDG 737 as well. Flying Walnut, thank you very much. 16 months as a member, madam. Flying the 777 with a racing wheel. That would be making interesting viewing. Brilliant. No is the answer to that one. Request denied. Thanks for your continued support. Yeah, will do, Andrew. I'll snapshot the screenshot. I'll send it to Matthews. Wasn't your name Jebediah Kerman? No, that's it. Perfect. So we're still on CPDLC, passing 24 flight level 240 for flight level 100. There we are. just off to the southwest.
Minimum.
Iron Keen, thank you very much for joining as a member, buddy. Glad you're enjoying the content. Members only Discord invite coming to you. That is done automatically. Head over to Google, YouTube, Discord synchronization to follow the steps. You may now use custom modes in chat. Thank you very much.
DT follow 100, Zappa 86.
Okay, so yeah, we'll plan this milk run stream. I'll talk to the dev about that J3 Cub. We'll do a fun flight. Busy tomorrow, Wednesday. I'll do something Wednesday, I think, with you guys. And then Thursday's my last day off. I won't be able to do anything next weekend though. Friday flying, Saturday out of base for just a few days at a different training centre, and then back home flying. So it'll have to be next week. Now, have you heard of the latest social media flight trend? Oh God, what is it? I'd love to share the odd picture at work. There are some real nincompoops out there, absolute idiots. And the one I saw the other day, and I shared the story, was a prat. It was an Embraer, and he put a bungee cord around here, and he was doing stretches with this hooked around. I mean, if that snapped or it went loose and hit the control car, I was like, complete idiot. Some people lose some sort of idea of where they are and what they're doing. It's just got to be professional. It's really embarrassing. Anyway, what was this new one, Matthew? Brilliant, Rosie. Anyway, look, target speed's bang on now. Approaching the next restriction, Kilo Foxtrot 151. Bring the chart up here, actually. How do I just select pinned? There we go. Perfect. There we go. We can monitor our progress now. Still can't see anything of Iceland yet. Yes, I need to mention this to Bounce. I think this is just a paint issue. Is that actually meant to be like that? I don't know. It's just very... There's some textures. And Grand, will there be any Concorde streams soon? Well, the Colomata Concorde in X-Plane is completely broken. When we streamed it, what, half a year ago? Did not work well at all. Much to everyone's amusement.
Your wings 281, sorry about that, Unicom 122.8, provide.
123.
For the workout guy, he amazingly wasn't fired for that. No way! I can guarantee if that happened at my parade, he'd be gone. Yeah, that's unbelievable.
November 93 Echo, approved, crime 6.
But he must have said to his colleague, oh, can you film this for me? And if someone said that to me, I said, you're going to have to ask someone else. I'd be polite and stuff. And then I'd just warn them to please be careful, don't do anything stupid. I mean, what was the other one from another flight? Someone left the coffee cup resting on the start levers of the NG. And it's just, come on, guys. Blaming the plane for the gear mess up, huh? Yes, not my fault.
Alpaca 7 Delta Kilo, descend via star, flight level 80.
So via the Basel 2 Kilo 80 Alpaca 7 Delta Kilo 80 set. And that's fine. VNAV will ensure that we stay above these restrictions. Just have to monitor your speed.
Via November to hold point runway 190.
November to runway.
So what's going on? Fishy said, I don't know the name of the trend will be followed by Nightbot, but it's the practice of watching the entire flight path on the information screen without budging the entire flight. What? Now, funny you mention that, I think I've seen it. I think when I was posting my story, a video came up and it was a guy filming himself just staring at the infotainment screen for 8 hours. Is that the video, is that what you're talking about? I think I've seen it. I've still not seen that. Controllers terminated CPDLC. That's fine, and that's normal. In the descent, my SOP of our operator is to log off CPDLC at 15,000 feet. Oops. So that's done. Just go here to ATC, confirm we've logged off. Log on status. There we are. Confirm off. Done. It's working very well. It's called Raw. Yeah, I've seen the video. Yeah, Raw. Yeah. I've seen it today. Right. Well, I won't be doing any raw dogging. You'll be pleased to know. What on earth is that name? Ah, there's Iceland, everyone. But that's I mean, I still associate myself with the young generation, or maybe I don't anymore. I mean, I don't have TikTok. I've never used TikTok, and I have Instagram, I have Facebook, and I have Twitter, or I should say X. But I use it only for the channel. My personal ones are actually I haven't used for ages. I have no. My friends I meet, I see, I text on. I think years ago I was more involved and I'd post updates on Facebook. I think my personal Facebook page, my last post was in January, and that was when I got engaged. And that was the last post, just said I got engaged. And that was it. Anyway. You're in a house, you can't be young, true. Anthony, how do step climbs work in the triple? I'm at 360 in the cruise and the step 38 is at the next waypoint. Do I set 38 and it will climb automatically, or do I need to push in on the altitude selector? That's a great question. Certainly for the NG, it's only information, and then you have to set that on the MCP and push out into vent. Whether the triple automatically step climbs, I do not know. Something you need to obviously coordinate with ATC in real life. But, yeah, not sure. Good. Approaching Betload, starting to pitch up now to slow down to 240 knots, which is the restriction below flight level 100. Remind me to start the flight recorder on base leg, ladies and gentlemen. I'll open it, because last time I didn't forget to start it. And I could start it now, but we're still quite far away from the airport. It is ready to go anyway to start the recording. So this controller will provide ATC all...
Alpaca 7 Delta Kilo, direct to Alpha, descend 3,000 feet, QNH 1003.
Send altitude 3,000 feet, QNH 1003 to Alpha, Alpaca 7 Delta Kilo. So 3,000 feet set QNH 1003. Oops, that adjusts the path quite a bit here. Don't think you should do that. Direct to Elvum, should get rid of restrictions. Passing 10,000. 200 for 3,000 feet, and the standby altimeter is set. We'll do the post-cruise checks now. So fuel, all the pumps are on, lights are on, angle of bank we're leaving auto, pressurization set, seat belts are on, cancel recall, we've logged off of CPDLC, checks complete. Okay, so we're in hold, the auto throttle probably adds... Oh no, this is where it's different, the logic in the NG. So I think it lets you get a few knots below your target speed, and then it will eventually add thrust. In the NG, it's... There we go, so there's speed, so it's adding thrust now. I'm pretty sure it's exactly what it should do. There we are, so there's the thrust coming up to recover the speed, and now we're descending 3,000 feet. So it's planning to be at 220 knots at Elvum. We'll monitor the descent to see if it starts slowing down. When it starts reducing speed, I will select flap 1. What is the flap 1 speed? 265 knots. There we are. Over Iceland now.
193 Echo, record 10 miles, inbound, ticket Homer.
Awesome. Back to hold. That'd be arm in the NG. So at 9,000 feet, ideally around 27 miles to touchdown, 31, perfect. flying one, I have noticed a difference. It's much slippier, the 777, than the NG, and even the Max. We have the Max, and that's a much harder aircraft to manage in the descent energy-wise. This seems very slippy in comparison to both. Which is, it's the wing. The wing on this is incredibly efficient.
EC36 Tango, Reykjavik Control, good evening. You're cleared to Gatwick via Oscom 3 Charlie departure. Climb via seat, flight level 290, squawk 3402.
Aaron, is the difference between the NG and Max that much? Noticeably, yes. It's not hugely different, but we have short field performance as well on our Maxes, which makes the leading edge extend at a later stage when you extend the flaps. So flap 10 doesn't provide a huge amount of drag in comparison to the non-short field performance. But when I first flew the Max, it nearly caught me out. I was a bit like, ooh, it's going a little bit fast here. Yeah, that's a really good point Alex made, and one thing my ex-colleague made. The 777 speed brake is more effective than the speed brake on the NG. At 220 knots, the 737 speed brake without flaps, it just makes the plane shake. That's all it does. You might get an extra couple hundred feet per minute, but yeah, it's only really effective at higher speeds, 250 knots or greater, whereas the 777 speed brake, from what I understand, is far more effective. So in a way, descent management isn't as hard because you can manage it with speed brake if required. So just before base leg will start
November 93
extending
Echo, and
flaps.
just for information, you do not have to maintain 6,500 feet anymore.
Coming into clouds, 8 degrees, but this is auto engine anti-ice. That's nice view, isn't it? Oh, look at the water down there. Looks so good, this is.
JetBlue 224, clearance to Akureyri.
That was short but sweet.
Alpaca 7 Delta Kilo via Elvam, cleared Airways Zulu, runway 19.
By Alvin cleared ILS Zulu 19, Alpaca 7 Delta Kilo.
JetBlue 224,
Clouds we go.
Reykjavik Control, cleared. Check out, I call you back, okay, stand by.
So,
JetBlue 224, copy that.
So where's the decel? What point does it start slowing down to make 220? Because we're only 5 miles away. There we are, speed, I guess. I'm just going to use a little bit of speed brake here. See how VNAV gets us onto the ILS. And I'm also going to select flap 1. Now if I open the speed window, yeah, it stays in path, that's what I want. Speed checks below 265. Flap 1, I've just got the speed brake extended a little bit. Aaron, I've never flown to Akureyri. No, it's my alternate, the 777. Is that a suitable alternate? I don't know. There's flap 1. Flap 5, speed 245 knots or less. 5. There's the speed brake. Trailing edge flaps extending. And there's the flapper on doing this. Oh, super cool. Look at these animations. Turning base. Start the flight recorder. But that's another thing I've noticed with the PMDG. Look at how close the manoeuvre margins. So just stay the speed brake. Go flap 15, which is usually gear down in the NG, but it's gear down flap 20 in this beast. We'll bug the flap 15 speed and we'll just let the speed sort of settle where it wishes to. But that's a nice speed on base leg, 180 knots. Is there condensation on the wing? I don't know if that's model or not. It's awesome, isn't it? The air raid sirens have started, yes. Look at that view. There's the glide slope, the white diamond. These are called NPS scales. So the magenta diamonds are your LNAV and VNAV deviation. The white diamonds, the hollow ones, are the localizer and glide slope. When you get glide slope capture, you'll get the usual expanded scale.
Roger, you're cleared to Akureyri via the Luther 3 Charlie departure.
So we can actually step down to 2,200 now, actually.
After Luther,
the procedural.
direct to Texel, Papa, Echo.
So I'm going to use vertical speed now.
Lima. Climb via
just
SID,
to down the
level
glide slope.
290,
That's going to work out
squawk
nicely.
1335.
And we've been cleared ILS, alarm approach. Let's see. Ah, there we are, localised glide slope capture. Runway heading, 192 automatically set. Missed approach altitude is 3,000
Alpaca Airways, Romeo, Echo, runway 19, Papa, Echo, Oxford, India, squawk.
So configure the gear around 7 miles.
2900, squawk 1335.
Recorder started, cheers Andy, thank you.
JetBlue 224, I will send you the route index.
Alpaca 7 Delta Kilo established ILS Zulu runway 19er. Gear down.
Alpaca 7 Delta Kilo, roger.
Flat
Wind is
20.
190 degrees, 16 knots, runway 19er, clear to land.
Runway 19er clear to land, Alpaca 7 Delta Kilo. So flap 20.
Echo now 8 miles south of the field.
Flap 25.
Number 93 Echo, roger. Frequency
We'll do the approach and landing checklist. Our temperatures are set. And landing checklist. So speed brake.
Frequency change
Armed.
Thank you, and see you in a second.
And flap 30. VRF plus 8 knots, remember, because of the headwind. So 5, 6, 7, 8.
Good afternoon to you. This is $13.
And flaps 30.
About 30 miles
And
from Barco
landing checklist, please. There we go. The siren doesn't seem too accurate. No, I'm not a fan of these siren sounds. It does sound like an Anderson shelter in 1942. Hopefully they'll change it. They've got that little buzz, but again, a bit more volume needed. There it is, runway 19, straight ahead. We'll be vacating to the right after touchdown. Let's do it. Autopilot disconnected. Once again, thanks to MK Studios for sending me V2 of their Keflavik scenery as well. So leave the auto throttle in, that is the 777 way. Very Airbusy, I'm getting used to it. It's lovely and calm here. Strong headwind, but no turbulence or anything like that.
13 identified.
Thank you. Do you mind if we connect via CPDLC for $1?
Yep, not at all.
So target attitude around 1 degree actually, it's about the same as the NG. Thrust is about the same as well. I wonder if one of the things that Boeing have is like a common
1,000.
All the attitude and thrust settings are very similar. I mean, this is the same attitude and thrust setting as the NG. It's crazy. Just sort of guarding the thrust levers. 2 reds, 2 whites on Pappy's on glide, nicely in trim. A little bit left of centre line, but hardly at all. Keep primarily looking now 50-50, mostly outside as we get close to the runway.
500.
Actually, it's smidge high, so let's just increase the rate of descent ever so slightly to around 900 feet per minute. No more.
Approaching
A
minimum.
little bit of a stutter. Now, back on path, just watch the rate of descent now.
Minimums.
Continue. Slight crosswind from the right.
100.
Keep
50,
descending.
40, 30,
Check.
20,
Close.
10.
Hold the attitude. Speed breaks up. 48 feet per minute. Reverses. $100 knots. 80 knots, there's the XU1. Brake, 60 knots. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Keflavik. What a butter. Oh, I've got to replay that one, and thank God I started the replay. Oops, sorry, I'm zooming in on the map next to me. There is Bravo 2. Awesome.
Alpaca 7 Delta Kilo, welcome to Keflavik. Vacate right, turn right on Echo.
Right on Echo, Alpaca 7 Delta Kilo. So we've vacated right here, next right is Echo. Stow the speed brake, right, the flaps are coming up. We'll do 10 knots for the turns. Awesome. That was my favourite flight so far in the triple. Cool, flaps coming up. So we'll do the clean up flow, transponder, put that out off. Order brake to off. Flight directors can come off. Try and stay on the centre line. Set that to 2,100 to remind us we don't have the clearance. Turn these off. I think the order throttle stays on. And these can come off. Strobes. APU will start now. Awesome. Yeah, that was a real smooth. It said minus 49 or 48 or whatever it was on the butter calculator, which was epically smooth.
Alpaca 7, correction, Alpaca 7 Delta Kilo, taxi via Echo, November to stand 71, cross runway 28. Have a good evening, bye-bye.
Echo November, stand 71, cross runway 28. Thank you very much to the ATC, Alpaca 7 Delta Kilo, bye. Perfect, so Echo, and then November, that's all the way up here. And then stand 71 is right here. It's a remote stand, but I've got a GSX profile, so hopefully we'll get some buses coming here, and then I'll probably restart restart it to do the replays. So very good. We're barreling in at 28 knots again. Not that I'm used to taxiing around at this speed at all. Oh, never cross a illuminated red stop bar as well, but I don't think we can turn them off or on in the sim. You passed your 777 check ride. Cheers, Reagan. Butter on my nards to SS Aviation. Brilliant. Hunts, Spartans, did we land yet? I don't. Just keep these sort of comments coming in, because I get a lot of banter when I don't do it so well. It's a nice surprise. Awesome. Yes, don't forget, we'll do a little giveaway when we get on stand. I think we'll give away a little Alpaca Airways mug to celebrate reaching 400 pilots on New Sky, and 777, the first 777-300ER at Alpaca Airways. We of course have a 200 already with the flight factor. Perfect. Oh, better get GSX doing its thing, hadn't I? So, ooh, which one's this? Parking. Which one's 71? Where's it going to be? How do I go back now? Next page. I just want to see all of them. No! Right, is it at the gate? Ah, there we are. Gate 71 heavy. Perfect. Request follow me? No, because I know where I'm going today. Which one should we have? Isle Grand Flying School. Let's go with them.
Leipzig 316, Reykjavik.
I should be able to see them on the right hand side now. Yes, there's all the equipment.
Sorry. Okay, so there's a little problem. There is traffic coming from Unicom on the same flight level as you in the opposite direction.
Take the next right.
He's on the wrong flight level. I've already called him. So either I suggest you can climb or descend by 2,000 feet or just ignore.
Just trying to get this all right here. Oops, now on Jim's view. So sorry about this music. I'm skipping it. Do we have the VGDS guidance coming on? There it is. Oh, that wait. What are you saying wait for? Ah, there we are. Oh, the marshal. Very well placed. I'm not turning right yet because I need to get back onto the sensor. There we go. That'll do. Which one am I believing? Oh, I think I'll go off the VGDS. Oh, stop. That'll do. My pocket brake set. Yeah, that looks alright. I am blocking the apron a little bit, but that'll do. Right. What is say there? Well, that actually says the time. That's fine. I was going to say too far. AP should be on, so shut down the engines. Arrive with 8 tons of fuel. It was actually slightly less than our alternate. It was 8.2. Awesome. Perfect. We'll request deboarding. I'll end the flight recorder. There we go. So ground operations. Disarm all doors. See what it's waiting for. Deboarding requested, so hopefully they'll get the doors open, but we'll open the cargo holds and the L2 door. And should we try... Oh, it's... What? There's an air bridge there? What? There's an air bridge onto a bus? I didn't even realise that was a thing. There we are. Closed flight, Alpaca 7 Delta Kilo, yes. Oh, I didn't know there was an air bridge into a little room which takes them to a bus. That's really cool. Oh, look at that. What a view. Right then, let's have a look at some of these comments before I run this Alpaca Airways mug giveaway. Oh, I want to see all the passengers coming off and see the triple and the bus. Too much going on here. How's that view? Well, I think I just want to see the passengers coming off first. Oh, I've left the light. Oh, I've left the lights on. No, I'm just going to start moaning at me. There we go. Where's the passengers? I just love it. I love this GSX-2. The sounds are so good. Look at that first. Steve, I noticed the air bridge with stairs to a bus. Never seen that before. No, that must be unique. Well, there's probably a few other airports that utilise that, but I've never seen that before. Andrea, from an Italian colleague, best of luck for the rest of your career and life. Absolutely. Thank you very much. Probably due to winter and winds, absolutely. Yeah, you don't want to be hanging around outside here in the cold winter. Absolutely not. Yes, very nicely done with that butter with that landing. Yeah, comments about the sounds, I think that's all fair. Hopefully they'll fix them at some point. But yeah, pretty happy with that landing. In fact, just before we run the giveaway, I want to have a look at New Sky. Just see how we performed there. I mean, it goes without saying, a 10 out of 10. 48 feet per minute touchdown in challenging conditions, I'll have you know. Distance from threshold, well within the touchdown zone. Centerline deviation 2 meters. Excellent. We'll take it. $37,000 made. Brilliant. Right then, who would like to win an Alpaca Airways mug? Here's the passengers unloading, but will GSX model them going on the bus as well? Ooh, let's have a look. Well, they're already floating down the air bridge, but no, it would seem they're entering some sort of portal in here and disappearing and not entering the bus. It would seem. Oh, that's a shame. I guess you can't do both. I don't know if this bus... Is this bus to do with... Yeah, I think this bus is MK Studios, isn't it? But no, they are entering a portal, unfortunately. But they are offloading, at least via the air bridge. Excellent. Your modesty knows no bounds, Captain. I know. It's a sense of sarcasm. I mean, it's talent, and there's some talent you just can't teach. Brilliant. Would like GSX to have those buses move. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Right, let me roll a little giveaway for you guys anyway. So let me just set this up with Nightbot. Yes, I'm going to be told off. I was meant to finish at 6:30. Excellent. So giveaways. There we are. So everyone's eligible. It's already picking everyone up. Keyword. What should we have? Let's just have something simple. Keyword anti-spam enabled. Right. Type in mug in chat. MUG. Lowercase, uppercase. It doesn't matter. It'll enter you into a giveaway to win an Alpaca Airways mug to celebrate the new 777 Alpaca Airways liveried aircraft from Bounce, one of our members, and the PMDG 777-300s. Awesome. Whilst that's going on, we'll have a look at the scenery around here. It's a huge airport, but it's sort of spread out quite a lot, but the terminal's really small. I think the terminal's all modelled this side as well. Look at in. It's definitely somewhere modelled. I know they said it was. Yes, this part here maybe. We could look in. Maybe this area isn't modelled, I'm not sure. But no, they've got all the external features. And there's some funny attraction here. What's this? The Leaning Tower of Keflavik. I'm not sure what this one is. An interesting design. I noticed that there. But no, the airport's busy. They've got one of those. Yeah. Very reasonably priced. And a Hotel Aurora. And look, you can see the crew waiting for their next sector. Very good. There's Stom Vatsim. Look, you can see the EasyJet pushing back. Just get to Iceland a year back. The airport was amazing. It was one of the best places I've ever visited. Yeah, it's on my bucket list to come visit Iceland. I'd love to get a rent-a-car and explore it all. But when is the best time to visit? Is it when it is freezing cold in the winter or the summer when it's sort of a lot milder? Oh, I don't have a model for that aircraft. It's just a stock scenery. There we go. Perfect. Looks like the passengers are very slow to get off. Not in a particular hurry. But let's run this giveaway. February during winter, summer. Sounds like summer's the place to go. Aaron, you won't regret it, Cap. Best place I've ever been, but bring your wallet. I've heard it's a bit pricey. Right then, let's roll the giveaway then. I've got to get my soundboard up so I can do the winning bugle sound to whoever does win. Just give me 2 seconds to set that up. Pro streamer here. Where's my soundboard? There we go. Come on, internet. There we go. So the winner of the Alpaca Airways mug is Fizzy Chief. Fizzy Chief. Not a member, I don't believe, or I've never heard of you before. Well done, Fizzy Chief. You are the winner. Congratulations. You've done a fantastic job winning that. I'll get
it's very nice.
Well done. You'll get in contact with me, please, Fizzy Chief, via Instagram or X. That's where I accept messages. Or if you don't have social media, Fizzy Chief, drop me an email at flydextersim@gmail.com. and I'll get the mug sent out to you as soon as you get in contact with me as well. Vinaz JT says, we have been mugged. Brilliant. Well, someone wanted at least. Fizzy Chief says, thank you very much. You're most welcome. And thanks for subscribing and joining the channel today. Awesome. So I will now remove GSX for the replay. So I usually do this, is it restart Kootle, which gets rid of everything. There we are, so that gets rid of everything there. I need to go here to the panel states. So PMDG setup, panel states, load. I want final. There we are, execute. Make sure I've logged off of VATSIM thanks to all the controllers who provided ATC. We pretty much had full ATC for the entire sector, which is pretty cool. Please ignore all warning sounds. We'll make sure we have flap 30, speed brake is armed, and that should, when I start the replay, put the aircraft exactly where I want it to be. There's only one way to find out. There we are. So, replay. There we go. I think we're in business, ladies and gentlemen. I'll just disable Fly Live here. And of course, it wouldn't be a Fly Data Sim live stream without the replay music. Right, let's put ourselves on the approach because that was a butter of epic proportions.
2,500, 1,000.
Let's have a look at this. I'll just turn the sounds down slightly because I can barely hear myself speak. Fine, Microsoft Flight Simulator. There we go. Little crosswind. Will, what shape have you got? Something that's the size of a car? I hope if made my shape hasn't made that sound. Oh, don't crash. Don't crash on me. No! No! Microsoft Flight Sim, you've not crashed on me in months. That was like best landing ever. F in chat. Oh dear. Have you enjoyed flying to Iceland today? It was a fun ATC session. Have a good evening. Thank you so much for the ATC flight sim. That was very kind of you to provide that as well. Oh dear. Well, at least it was during the replay, not during climb cruise. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Right. Anyway, what we'll do is sign out here whilst you stare at a black screen. And I want to thank you all for your continued support, subscribers, members, to everyone that donated. Thank you very much for your generosity. And I'll see you all again on another live stream very, very soon. Take care, guys. Ciao.